Hello and welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, PiMacleod. We're here on day 4,582. I swear the number gets bigger and I'm still shocked at how that's ridiculous. It just is. I have an Annihilus cover coming up, but nothing much more to talk about than that. John, thanks for joining me on the Twitch side. Good to see you as always. We're here to do something we don't do that often around here. It's almost a no-no word, but we're going to do it anyways. It's PvP time. Clicky, clicky right there. No, we're not. No. Moondragon, get out of here. We're doing this. Just good old shield simulator. We're going to talk some do's and don'ts. We're going to talk some meta and anti-meta. We're going to talk how to get around the everyday and how to maybe keep it a little fresh for yourself, because I know it can get a little intimidating, boring, repetitive, because that's meta, right? If you've played any competitive game ever in your life, most competitive games boil down to getting the game into this sort of bare bones mixture of what you do, what you don't do. And that's pretty much it. You have a gameplay loop and you follow that strategically as best you can in most games. There's usually like some sort of strategy rules for early game or for end game. We're talking about a match 3 game here. So really it's not that convoluted. You kind of boil down to just a couple of key rules, and we'll go over them. I've only got, as you see in my Shield Simulator, 5 wins showing up there. I haven't played much more of that this time around because, honestly, I hit most of my wins near the end of the season. It's not to say you can do it any differently. Go ahead. There's tons of rewards getting here. Most of the pros will let you know PvP is where you get the most rewards in a season. So why don't you do it, Pi? I just don't put the time in. Plain and simple. That's it. I probably should. I should take my own advice. I just haven't done it. It's okay. We'll go through a few of them today. I'll show you how some of the meta teams can be beaten, how to use them, and what tools you might need to make this necessary, okay? What's up? On the YouTube side, we got Carter. Hey, thanks for joining. And Zinx. I'm going to say Zinx. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, let me know. All right. Let's start off at the top node here. I got 5 different nodes to choose from. You can always skip someone that you don't like. Rule number 1, don't fight something that you don't have fun fighting, okay? If for some reason you see a team and you don't want to fight them, you don't have to. But I say this very heavily. There's nothing unbeatable in this game. Nothing. I say that heavily and with conviction. There's always an answer. There's a roster of hundreds and hundreds of characters, and each character has 3 different powers. That's over 1,000 different powers easily. We're just averaging here, but there's ways around everything. So this is a very common scene here, okay? Seeing something with 1-star Hawkeye ascended as high as the player can get them. In this case, level 550, okay? You'll see that commonly. I'm not even pointing out to who we're against or what we're against. You're going to see level 1 Hawkeyes used quite often, and typically teamed with somebody who can make the most out of purple or red damage, like Shang-Chi. That's very common. You're going to see that often. Another common person to see is 4-star ascended to 5-star level Juggernaut. I usually don't see them together like this, but hey, it doesn't make it any different. What they're doing is they're using their Black Widow batons as equipped here on their Hawkeye that give them extra purple AP to start for free. It's like an 80% chance to start with 6 purple AP, which means this Hawkeye can go off turn 1, make a crit, and let Shang-Chi just deal all the damage he wants with it. Hawkeye's yellow gives them enough passive to generate more purple AP as long as they made a purple match. And then they can just rinse and repeat all day long. Now, as the computer player, the computer ain't going to do all that. The computer player might use the purple on Hawkeye. It might use it on Shang-Chi. It might make a purple match. It'll probably make any old match it sees. It might not even make one with it. It's kind of dumb as a box of rocks. So this isn't going to be too hard to beat as long as you can get past their Juggernaut. We can do that. We can do that pretty easily. Can you add me? Yeah. Zinx. Sure. What are we... Wait, are you talking about in Marvel Puzzle Quest to the Alliance? If that's what you're talking about, I cannot because my Alliance is full. But thanks for the thought. In any case, let me move on into the fight. If we're going to fight this, we want something to probably neutralize them as quick as possible because Juggernaut gets out of hand pretty darn quickly. I want to dismiss or snooze the first of the ads just so we can get some of the basics out here for everyone to see. Okay? Which also means pulling my chat back up because thank you, snoozing. I didn't want that to happen. I'm sure you understand. There we go. Okay, let's get in there. If I'm going to take him out, an easy way to get rid of Juggernaut pretty early on is see if you could do something to stun him. Because if you stun him, his defenses don't work. And then you can just take him down like anyone else. Anything you might see here, I have a Kingvale team set up. This is something I use just to kind of walk all over another team earlier. It's okay. We don't have to use that right now. What I want to use is someone with... This is kind of a really basic move that you can do. If you have them, 5-star, what, blue, green, purple? Oh, did I use the wrong color in there? I think it did. Who am I? It's not blue, is it? It's black? Yeah, it's black. My bad. Chasm. Chasm's got that ability that everyone knows and loves. Start off with... Is it Stare into the Void? Yeah, at the start of the match, and whenever Chasm revives, stun the enemy team for 1 turn. In other words, the game starts, there's a stun right off the rip. Juggernaut's not defending against anything. That defense isn't doing nothing. His offense isn't doing anything. You got 1 free turn to just let everything fly. He can't stop it. The only way this is stopped is if the enemy team has a refreshment cart equipped. But we'll get into that later, because I know we're going to see an enemy Chasm. We'll use it ourselves. So for now, we'll just leave this as is. Now, we could fight it with our own Hawkeye and Shang-Chi, I can talk, or we can thwart it with something else. There's a bunch of different ways to do this. Let's go with... You could do your own Rocket and Polaris combos. I'm sure you're all aware of that. I like to do things that are a little more sideways, if that makes sense. Tell you what, if I'm looking at this combo, I feel like an easy way to do it is just to kind of show what they're doing to us. So, tell you what, let's do... I'm just pulling them up right now. Let's see, yellow. We'll do the Hawkeye right back to him. Why not, right? That way we'll get this out of the way. This part of the tutorial gone. Hawkeye and Shang-Chi. This way we get to show how it works. And if you're not aware of how to do a 1-turn kill to anybody, this is how you do it. I'm turning off these. Put on a blue-purple boost, 2 of them. And then throw on Hawkeye, your refreshment cart. I said we'd go over this for anti-stuns. We're not using it for this purpose. The refreshment cart has multiple purposes in this game as a support. Refreshment cart does the best thing that I think it does for you is gives you free AP. Free AP and also makes another tile into your chosen color. Probably the bad way of saying it, but your equipped character's strongest color, it'll make a tile of that color on the screen whenever you cast a power. So every time Hawkeye casts a power, we're going to make a free purple tile out there. And if you didn't know already, he loves purple. John says, this is how I do all my PvP. I have 0 patience for PvP. It's fair. We're going to get this one out of the way because honestly, this will beat most teams you come across. It's a very easy way to run. The only negative to it is you don't really have much of defense. Expect hits to come back at you when you're not around, okay? But it's okay. That just means you have more retaliations to give. And retaliations aren't a bad thing. They're worth more points than a regular hit. So take it as a blessing. There's Shang-Chi. I'm going to put on Chasm. I'm going to put on my own Black Widow batons, but you don't have to. If I can suggest, I'd put on anything to give you starting purple AP, but you have 3 main options as a villain. Black Widow batons is one of them. The higher the level, the higher amount and higher chance you get to start with your purple AP. Same thing goes for Quantum Realm. It's almost the same thing, just at a different level. If I'm going to be fair about it, Black Widow batons needs rank 5 to get rolling. And I'm going to snooze that ad again. There we go. What's up, Doge? Good to see you on the YouTube side. So Black Widow batons needs rank 5 to get its free purple AP, and Quantum Realm only needs rank 1. But of course, the higher you level it, the better a chance is, the more AP you can gain. So just take that with a grain of salt. Both are very good though. I would always take either war. They're both awesome. Your other purple option, because I did say 3, he's a villain. Villains get this one as well. We move on down the line to, there he is, Corvus Glaive. Higher you rank him, the better. I only have him at rank 4 right now, but at rank 4, start of the battle, about a 62% chance I have to start with 3 AP, 3 purple AP. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it's almost all you need. You're boosting 2 purple. You're getting 3 from Corvus Glaive, theoretically. As long as it kicks in, that's 5. And that's all you need to get Hawkeye running, okay? I'm still going to stick with Black Widow batons, though. They're just nice and handy to have. 80% chance to gain 6. If you're going to have purple AP, Black Widow batons are like probably one of your best options, but it does need rank 5. So your mileage may vary, right? Right. Shang-Chi, you could put on almost anything you want, but I suggest the Chimichanga. Chimichanga at rank 5 will give you, here, I'll let you see if you can read it. Rank 4 says when a sported character makes a purple match, it's a 45% chance to gain 2 extra purple AP. That's very much welcome here. Of course, rank 2 helps too. When you make a red match, 40% chance to gain 2 extra red AP. That's pretty much the entire reason to use this build. You can use other things too. Shield Simulator allows every support under the sun. So Fantasticar, go for it. That's extra free matches, as long as they actually work. But it'll randomly move tiles when you make matches, giving you potential for free matches. But I like free purple and red AP, so we'll stick with this. There's other options you could use, like the Leapfrog or the Arrow's Arrow. Those are good for defense, both of those. But we'll stick with Chimichanga. It's nice to have free AP. We got our purple AP set. We have our boosts ready, our supports ready. Refreshment card on Hawkeye. The middle character, and I say middle because, not just because he's in the middle, but these two are the combo. Do you understand what I'm pointing here? Hawkeye, Shang-Chi, they're the combo we're using here. Chasm is really here just to stun Juggernaut, to take him out of the commission. He can't do anything. This will make our game faster. Trust me. Run and want to see it? Let's go. Move this over here. Oh, sorry, Doge, I missed your question. Yeah, the fam's doing great. Matter of fact, some of them are upstairs, probably trying to contain themselves from hearing Daddy do a stream downstairs. Okay, first things first. As always, when you look at your PvP match, as long as you're not going against a 4-star Jean Grey, do your match 5s. I shouldn't have to tell you that. You're a big boy or a big girl. You can do this yourself. But I'm going to do my match 5s as free right there. Take your free damage, right? Okay. Now the match 5 is gone, let's start firing. Take your purple with Hawkeye, select it, make a purple match. For crying out loud, just make a purple match. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to be using the crit to make a purple match. It's also going to make me a red one. Let it rip. Look. Free AP because of Hawkeye. Free AP because of refreshment cart. It made I have 8 purple AP now. 8. I'm going to do it again. Why not, right? Put it right over here. I'm going to make that purple match. I have 9 purple AP now. You can do this all day long. And no one's going to stop you. We're up to 12 now because Chimichanga kicked in and gave me 2 more. Yeah, to go right here. I'm going to do right over here. We have 13 purple. I'm going to go right there. Now, eventually, I'm going to run out of purple matches, right? I just can't do this forever. Can I? I don't know. The enemy might die first. Let's just pretend. Let's do a theoretical. Let's just say I have no good purple matches to make on the board. Just pretend that this isn't here. Pretend that this isn't down here. I don't have a purple match to make, right? But there's always going to be at least one purple tile around, okay? First extra option you can use, put it on a purple tile. Any tile you overwrite with Hawkeye's ability, it doesn't say it in the ability. Go ahead, read the fine print all you want. It doesn't say it. But when you overwrite the tile, you get that AP for it. So as long as you're overwriting one purple tile, I'm going to get the AP. I'm back up to 19. I was at 19. I'm back at 19. Let's go with the other thought. Let's just say your luck is really horrible and you don't have a purple match and there's no purple tiles available. Okay? Because, like, well, if I do this, notice how you can't put it on the countdown tile. I can't put it on any of my countdowns. Okay? Let's just say that's happened to you. Use Hawkeye's red. His passive activates whenever you use his red or his purple. So use your red. Clear out a row of junk. I'm just going to clear this row here. I still generated purple. You had the red because you've been generating with Hawkeye's a passive the entire time for every purple you've matched. This is an infinite combo and it all works on turn 1. There's almost no reason to lose with this team. And it doesn't have to be Chasm in the middle. This could be anybody. This could be Punisher's PvP. This could be Squirrel Girl's PvP. This could be anyone you call it. As long as you're using 1-star Hawkeye, and I say Shang-Chi, but anyone who's really good with purple and red matches, mainly purple, you got the win, okay? So let's put this right over here. And look, done. Easy peasy, right? So that's a bread and butter win for you. If you want to run a win against any team, doesn't matter how high level they are, that will always get you to win. You just got to make your smart matches and accept that on defense, when the enemy comes to take a retaliation against you, they're not going to win it. You're going to get the loss, more than likely, unless luck is extremely in your favor. But it's okay, because then you'll have a retaliation waiting, and retaliation hits, hit them right back, are worth more points than a regular hit. It's pretty good. It's a good setup. So let's move forward with another fight. Let's just say, I don't know, should we go against these guys? Yeah, let's go against these guys. Okay, let's take a look at them. Let's analyze our enemy here. Whoa, Mark, you jumped in here on the Twitch side. I didn't even see you there. What's up, buddy? Good to see you and all the keyboard slapping you do, as always, buddy. Okay. This is another meta team that you've seen plenty of before in the past. I know it and you know it. M'Baku, ascended up to the 5-star level, is a beast. He is top meta for a reason. He's ridiculous. You might ask why? Why is this guy so good at that level? Let's just put it this way. All 3 of his abilities are passives, and when they're cranked up to their highest level like they are, he basically takes almost 0 damage from most matches your people can put out, okay? He also regenerates health on every one of his red, yellow, or black matches, which is going to be quite constant. And he does more damage the lower health he has. So really, and at 40% or lower health, he's also immune to stun. It's really hard to do anything against this guy. He's a beast. Namor's over there to basically be his personal cheerleader, and anytime M'Baku makes a match, Namor copies it plus some to a random person on your team. It's devastating to say the least. So all that mixed in with Chasm sitting there, giving you guys a 1-turn stun, it's horrible. It's brutal. It's a horrible combo. You're probably not going to win this team unless you do something like this. First things first, refreshment cart. I'm going in my Hawkeye just to show off the cart. It doesn't have to be rank 4 or level 200 like you see here on my screen. It doesn't have to be. Rank 1 does enough. Well, that's not fair. That's not fair. Let me rephrase that. At rank 3, it's kind of really where you want it to be, is where you get the most bang for your buck. It says when a supported character or teammate is sent airborne or stunned, keywords, it reduces the turns by 2 to a minimum of 1, and then you get like a snack tile that targets them and gives them a little bit of regen. We're not here for that. It's the reducing stun. Did you know it's bugged? The refreshment card's been bugged for quite some time. It's not a secret. A lot of people, a lot of the big players know it. Refreshment card doesn't have a minimum. It just reduces stun. Period. Reduce stun by 2 turns. Well, Chasm only stuns you for 1 turn. That means you're immune to Chasm's stun. He's pointless now. You just neutered Chasm by putting on the stupid refreshment card. Congrats. So, but I'm not going to use this team. That's boring. Why would we do that? Let's use a different one. Let's go with this one over. This one's fun. I'll load up these ones right here. I like this guy. He looks like a kindergartner drew him up and put him on the refrigerator, but he packs a punch. So you know what, we're going to go with him. We're here for the wins, not for the artwork. Iron Man here does something that very few characters do, and that is 4 red AP, super cheap, not that strong, but it's a super cheap blast. It also, if you read the fine print, states that it grants 1 yellow AP when the countdown expires, or deals some damage when matched or destroyed by an ally. Plus the passive of whenever you make a red, yellow, or blue match, you gain 1 AP in those colors that has less than 8 AP. A lot of blah, 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 a lot of numbers, right? Let's just put it this way. You cast a power. It's going to make you 2 of these 2-turn yellow countdown tiles. He likes yellow. Just keep that in mind. He likes yellow. And his yellow only costs 5. It makes 2 2-turn red countdown tiles. You're filling the board with red tiles and yellow tiles when you cast those 2 abilities. Okay? Keep that in mind. Stay with me on this. When you fire Iron Man's red or yellow abilities, gain 1 blue AP. We're getting free AP again. We're molding the board to fit what we want to do, right? Making yellow and red tiles. Let's click on the Avengers Tower support. This is the reason this works. Doesn't matter if it's rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the synergy perk at the bottom. The higher the level, the better, obviously. But that synergy perk, that's what we're here for. When Iron Man fires a power, there's an 85% chance at max level, okay, so your mileage may vary, to convert 2 basic tiles to red. We were already converting tiles to yellow and red just by casting cheap powers. In other words, the board is going to be flooded with yellows and reds pretty darn quickly. Very seldom has this not worked in my favor. This is, I don't want to say it's a guarantee win, but I think I can't, I don't think I can count up to, I don't think I've even had like 4 losses with this team, and I've been using it since this Iron Man guy came out. Okay? let's back out of here. Why am I using these other chumps on this team? Well, Sunspot has a good spot on the team for a good reason. What's up? I saw something over there. This guy's best friends with Sunspot. Yes, he is, John. Okay, let's take a look at solar powered. 5 red. I'm not going to cast it. I am just going to glaze right over that, okay? Passive. When an ally fires an ability in his colors, it's key, he deals a pretty decent amount of damage. That's 10k, a little over 10k right now. And I don't have him max champed. I don't have him at 550. But it's still over 10k. Okay, we'll take that. When an ally makes a match in his colors, he burst heals. I mean, that's okay. Oh, whoa. What's up, Mr. Omega? Dude, with the donation? Mr. Omega, you're my hero. If there's a Mr. Omega in this game, can I put him in as a teammate? I would do it. Holy, wow. Dude, you're the best. If you have someone you want me to play or show off, just say the word. I'm in for that. Dude, you're awesome. I'm going to take a sip, recompose myself. Nope, that's not enough of a sip. Awesome. You're amazing, dude. Thank you very much. Okay, shake that off. Solar powered does extra damage when you cast a red or yellow power. Hint, you're going to cast a lot of red or yellow powers this fight, okay? Financial expert's cool. I'm going to glaze over that. Don't worry about that. It's fun. It's not what we're here for. Just a little side note. His purple is really good if you get the chance to cast it. It's only 3 purple, and you basically select a color. You create asset trap tiles for every purple AP you have above the enemy AP in the color that you choose. So let's just say you have 3 purple. You cast this, and the enemy has 0 black. Cool. You're going to make 3 trap tiles then, because 3 minus 0 equals 3. Math, right? They're not gonna, the enemy's never going to match them. You're probably not going to let them get a turn to even do anything. This is a 1-turn win team. So why cast it then, right? Well, let me go back to that yellow. Whenever you cause a friendly asset trap tile to leave the board, gain 1 AP in your lowest AP pool. Whenever an ally matches a friendly asset trap tile, create 2 more. This is going to happen quite often. So as long as you get that purple cast out there, you're going to get free AP. You're going to get more traps out there. It's going to keep rotating. You might not get AP you need right off the rip. You might not get anything but green or purple or black AP, but it's going to add up eventually throughout the fight. It's not an essential part of the build, but it helps. When it shows up, it helps. So don't ignore it. Oh, Mr. Omega, I miss you too. And even that sounds wrong because you give me $5. Of course, I'm going to say that. That's not fair of me, is it? I'm gonna just shrug that off. Let's move over here to Aunt May. 3-star Aunt May. If you don't know already, Aunt May is kind of the bee's knees. She's one of the top characters in this game for a reason. And she's not doing any of the damage. She's just like a giant amplifier. And that's really not fair. I'm expecting her to be nerfed at some point down the road, if we're being quite honest. If we're being honest with each other, I expect her to be nerfed. But she's been like this for a long, long time. And they haven't said anything about it yet. Use it while you can. It's all about that yellow. Iron Wisdom. When she's ascended to the 4-star level, at 3-star it only goes up to like 100%, which is a double your power boost. That's still a really good boost. But at ascended to 4-star level, grants her team 150% increased match damage, 200% increased ability damage, and 25% increased maximum health. Okay? If she's below 60% health, the match and ability damage bonuses actually increase by 50% more. It's ridiculous. She's broken, and everyone knows it. So in other words, if I cast a 10,000 damage power, she makes it 30,000. So let's just imagine if I cast a 50,000 damage power. Oh wait, now it's 150,000? Yeah, that's what she does. I don't care what her other abilities do. I know what they do. I don't care what they do because I'm not going to cast them. We're not using them. It's all about her just sitting there and amplifying her stuff. And also being the proud person that's going to carry in our Arc Reactor. Arc Reactor at rank 1. It's one of the only supports in the entire game, not joking, one of the very, very, very few that gives you a chance of starting with red AP. And it's at rank 5, or rank 5, level 250, I said it right. 72% chance to start with 6 red AP. Let's put that on her. I could put that on Iron Man, and it's not bad on Iron Man. But you saw what Avengers Tower does on him. You get a big chance to create 2 more red tiles every time you cast a power. That's why that's on him, and the Arc Reactor's on Aunt May. She's holding the red AP for you. He's creating free tiles upon cast. Remember how his red power only costs 4? This thing gives you a chance to start with 6? That's a free cast. Especially when we go back to here and we switch this boost to a +2 red-yellow. So as long as the Arc Reactor kicks in, cross your fingers for me. As long as that kicks in, we have 2 free casts, because 6 + 2 is 8 red AP. Okay? Sunspot's going to do one more thing for us. We're going to go in and put on the refreshment cart. Why the refreshment cart? We're not fearing any stuns, right? Well, kind of. They did have a chasm, right? So that refreshment cart's going to protect us from stuns. It's also going to create us a free red tile on the board every time Iron Man casts that power, because his strongest color is red. He's going to create a red tile, and he's going to get 1 free red AP. So I'm going to cast a 4 red AP power, get 1 back automatically, create a red tile, and then all the other shenanigans that are on those supports. Okay? For those taking notes at home, yes, Avengers Tower, Arc Reactor, and Refreshment Cart are really good supports. Don't neglect them. Please level them up. Okay? You ready? I'm sorry, what was that over there? Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, John says she is a battery, and amplifier is better. I try. Thank you, though. Ready? Here we go. Bloop. Watch this happen. Immune. Sorry, Chasm, not stunning me today. Nope, not happening. Chasm only comes back to life if he has 3 or more of his little abyss tiles on the board. Well, if you don't let him put an abyss tile out, he can't revive. I like to start with the yellow casting on Iron Man. Oh, wait. Are there any match 5s? Did I miss one? Nope, I didn't. Okay. And yellow. Oh, look, it made a free red tile. Oh, look, it made more red tiles. You see how this is going to go? I have 14 red already. Let's cast that red again. It made yellow tiles. Oh, it made a red tile. It made more red tiles. Make more yellow tiles. Make a red tile. Make a red match. Make a yellow match for free. Oh, make a more red match. I'm up to 20 red, and Chasm's already dead. Fun fact, this is all power damage. The matches are great. That's gravy, right? But this is all power damage, which means Aunt May is amplifying that. And guess what? MPQ doesn't block power damage. It's all against match damage, so he's going to fall just as easily. Let's do that yellow again. Red tiles, red tile, red tiles. Oh, nothing really came of it. You know what I should do? I should use his blue. Do you know his blue does team damage? 2,061 team damage for each blue AP drained, because it drains all of it. I have 11 of it. So 11 times 2,000 is what? 22,000, right? To the team? No, try 66,000 because Aunt May said we're going to triple it. Put that right there. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oops, there it goes. Okay, anyways, now that we're at 30 red AP, insert that Danny DeVito. Anyways, then I started blasting. Oh, yeah, it's funny. I had all that talk earlier, and I didn't do it yet, and it's been sitting right here. You can throw out these purple traps whenever you want. You know, I'll put it on, I don't know, they have no AP in anything. We'll put it on blue, why not? Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, and I cast a purple, so Sunspot did his passive damage, which is amplified by Aunt May. Oh no! I'm just gonna cast his yellow because I can. Okay, he's soaking some of the damage, but it's okay. His health is draining. He can't keep up with us. He's soaking a little bit of it. Not enough though. Sunspot just beats right through him with that passive. It's all about abusing the Sunspot passive, and we're doing it on the cheap. Fun fact: I tried doing this with Multiple Man. Multiple Man casts his yellow powers for free, 0 AP. So you'd figure Sunspot loving yellow powers would let that be abusable, right? It's pretty darn abusable. It's just eventually you end up winning through Multiple Man's methods and not Sunspot's methods. So Multiple Man methods don't really care about Sunspot. It's a fun thought, but it just doesn't really hold the weight. So, yeah, do what you want with that. I love Iron Man though with Aunt May and Sunspot. Great 3-man combo, it really is. Okay. Sometimes you get Polaris and Mighty Thor and Colossus. Not Colossus so much. I don't see him as often as you'd think you would. I think Colossus is just there to provide match damage resistance for Polaris and Thor. This isn't a commonly seen thing, but there is one thing to note in here. Polaris has a leapfrog on. Have you seen leapfrog in PvP? I'm going to put a little mouse cursor on that right over here. See that leapfrog at 250? Ugh. That just basically means if you hit one of them, any one of them, too hard, that leapfrog is going to spend one of its 5 charges and send that enemy target away. Just gone. Into the ether for 1 turn. Now you can't target them. They're safe from you for quite some time. You know what gets around leapfrog? Stuns. If you stun them, throw on a chasm just to start. They don't have refreshment cart. I mean, if they had refreshment cart here or here, they'd be free. They wouldn't have to worry about me, but they don't have refreshment cart on. So you could use your chasm teams and just stun them, kill Polaris right away, and then be done with that. Let's move to another team though. I'm looking for something specific. Ooh, this one. This is a pretty good one. Juggernaut, Chasm, and Sam Wilson. I sigh heavily at this one. Oh man, he's got the Thanos copter on too. Thanos copter right here. That's the bad guy's Fantastic Car, basically. Juggernaut's going to make a match, and then that match will turn things around left and right. Let's see. So I'm just staring at a certain thing on the screen here. Yeah, so if that Thanos copter gets, if Juggernaut gets any sort of matches around, the tiles will spin around, and it'll basically make free matches for them. Actually, here, 1 second. I have something I really need to do real quick here. Give me a second, guys. Can I push this? Yep, I'm going to run just a really quick 60-second ad. I have something I have to tend to. I did not realize. I'll be right back. You know our kids are calling me on the Echo? So I had to put on an ad. What's going on? Why are you calling me? What's up? You called me twice. It's from Cecilia's Echo. You announced it. What's up?
Yeah, I was just telling you that I got go.
Whew. Jeez. It might be Zachary too. Oof. Sorry about that. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Just family issue came up. No big deal. Let's see. Let's get back into this. Thanos Copter is going to be a big problem with Juggernaut there if we let him get a turn. And I think we might, for all intents and purposes. We could probably neuter them pretty well, but I don't want to give it too much time. We don't want to let them run rampant for too long. Let's look at some of the save teams we have here. I could run my Okoye team, but I don't think that'll work quite as well against them. I could run a good old boring 4-star meta team, because seriously, it kind of works, but meh. I don't think I want to do that right now. I don't think it'll work as well as you want to. There we go, Kingvale. I think that's the one we'll run. This is it's a very important bread and butter team to have. Let's throw on some necessary supports to get this one running. On Deathlock, I'm going to throw on the refreshment cart. Okay. We already talked about what refreshment cart does. I don't really care about the free AP so much on this one. It's more about the anti-stun. Chasm's not going to be able to do anything to me on this. Okay. So that's me free to do what I want to do. For Dark Veil, you don't have to put on any supports, but I strongly suggest Krakoa. You don't need it. It's just a fun extra option to have. It'll start you with extra yellow AP because Dark Veil is the only yellow, the only mutant you'll have on your team. And since yellow is the strongest, you'll get more yellow. And guess what her yellow does? Creates more AP for you. So it gives you more ammunition. You don't necessarily need it. You probably won't even see the necessary need for it. It's nice to have the option just in case. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. King doesn't even need anything. Not a thing. I'm literally not going to put any support on him. He doesn't need it. The only reason we have a refreshment card on is just because they have an enemy chasm. The boosts are the most important part, though. All those supports can go bye-bye. You really need these boosts. 2 team up AP boosts, 2 blue purples, and at least 1, minimum 1 all AP. So the problem with running Dark Veil is that it is costly in the respect that it's using your all AP boosts. You can run 2 of the alls if you want. You don't need to. I just run usually just 1. The key to this is having your character set up as follows. You see my King is set up at 535. You don't need the blue any higher. It does its job just at 3 blue alone. Deathlock is quite fine, in my opinion, at 535. I'm getting extra damage out of my red. I'm getting extra defense out of my black. His blue does the same passive stuff, whether it's level rank 3 or rank 5. Dark Veil needs to be at a 553. You don't need that 3, that blue, for anything else. Okay. The main idea is that you have 3 team up AP and throwing shades passive states once per turn if the ally in front would take over a certain amount of damage, and they're going to do that damage to me. Spend 3 team up AP to reduce it by 100%. Send the target away for 3 turns. So I'm going to spend my 3 team up I start with in a way that that first person will go on their team. Well, Kang has a very specific thing. Realm Shift, its passive states, and it's small text, so I'll read it out loud. At the start of his turn, King's team regains any AP lost from destroy or steal effects. For some reason, spending AP passively counts as a steal effect? Shrug your shoulders at that. It's not, it works. It just works. Use it. Abuse it. And of course, if all of King's opponents are downed or away, he wins the battle. That's the whole point here, right? Okay. So we're going to get that 3 team up AP back at the start of our turn, which means Dark Veil can send the next person away. And all the while, Deathlock is creating us free blue AP through his passives every turn. by turn 3, we can just send the last person away with our AP alone and win. That's it. All right, I'm missing my chat. It went away for me. Give me 1 second. Pull that back up. There it is. And missing the screen. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. I missed something because of that. Brian, thanks for joining me on the YouTube side. We'll watch later. Happy Mother's Day weekend to all. Much love to our mothers. Hey, that's a very good thing to state. You are right. Happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers out there. Got half hour till I have to start really thinking about how I'm going to have to crack down and do that myself in the morning. Ugh. Okay, ready? Fight. Mr. Omega, you got hit. Yeah, I did get hit down while I was gone on the ad. Ugh, it's okay. No big deal. So I'm immune to a stun. Chasm didn't do anything to me. I'm going to switch to Juggernaut. Juggernaut needs to be my first target, even though he has all that resistance. Why? Because when he hits me, I need to send him away. Be gone from this realm, okay? Has to be gone. Ready? We're going to do one match. If you have a choice, by the way, in matches, make it a blue match. Don't make it a team-up match. You might think to yourself, well, shoot, Dark Veil wants that team-up match, right? For more team-up AP. Let's just make it happen. For some reason, there's some sort of like, I guess it's a glitch, a bug, whatever. It's a known issue where if you make a team-up match as the last match your team makes for the turn, King sometimes, quite often, doesn't refund you that team-up AP for free. Don't know why. So just don't do it. Don't trigger it, okay? Why only level 3 blue for King? Well, level 3 blue for King. I'm going to click into it right now, Mr. Omega. I know it's tiny text, so I'll read part of it out loud. King shifts the target to another realm, creating a 3-turn fortified blue countdown tile. While this tile exists, the target is away. That's all you need is 3 turns, baby. That's it. That's it. That's all you need. When the target returns, they take some damage for each turn they're away. You don't really need more than that, especially with Deathlock making you free AP. It's not necessary. Sometimes, and this may sound really bizarre because I'm using King Veil to away people, right? Sometimes, if the opponent is lower on health, like this Chasm only has like 116,000, right? Let's just say things aren't going my way in this game, but I've created some black and purple AP. This has happened before in the past. This is not a fictional tale. King's black AP actually hits pretty darn hard. 43,000 damage. I don't have it maxed out. That's pretty good right there. And his purple does, let's see, 2,749 damage for each turn remaining among all countdown tiles, and 2,749 damage for each enemy sap tile on the screen. That purple can pack a huge punch too. There's been times when I've casted the black and then the purple and just downed somebody because they were already getting low. That's one person down. I don't even have to worry about awaying them. They're good. They're gone. Because that black and purple are at rank 5, they are now weapons I can use. The blue already does the away job. I don't really need it for anything else. So I'm going to start with Jugs though. I don't need him hitting me and having his collateral passive hitting my fragile back members. Okay? We need Dark Veil to send him away ASAP. So let's do this. And there he goes. Just like that. Done. Oh, the hella. That's something I could have put on. I could have put on mirror image. Mirror image would have helped me right here. I missed that one. It's this tile, I think. Yep, helicarrier, aerial scan. So their chasm is invisible right now because this is out here. No, because the signal jamming's out there. That's right. This one's reducing AP, and this one's making him invisible. I could have put on mirror image on my Kang and thwarted that. Forgot all about it. That's what I get for jumping to conclusions. It's okay. We'll do what we can. So let's do this. So now their Sam is invisible and doing some shenanigans. I need to do something about that. Now they're going to wear off eventually. I just need to survive the onslaught, right? Let's see. I can't target him right now. So I could do that. Nope. Deals damage, ignores projectiles, invisibility, and airborne. That's funny. I could use it to damage them. That's all it does. There's no thing I could do to get rid of those tiles, is there? Not right now, at least. Okay, we're just going to have to weather the storm. That's annoying, but it is what it is. So let's go with some more blue. There goes one of them. Now Sam's away. Oh, hey, look. Chasm's away for one. Sam's away for two. You might not understand how that just worked, but it was kind of serendipitous. Because Sam hit me as the first hit in the turn, even though he's invisible, Dark Veil still does the passive. And the passive doesn't care about your status effects. The passive just says, oh, I got hit, right? And so it goes off. And even though Sam's invisible, he's the only one left I could target. So it made him go away, even though he's invisible. It's just kind of how it is. It's kind of like forced the mechanic. Like it had to go somewhere, and that's where it went. And poor Jugs is sitting here like, well, don't do it, please. Realm shift. Done. It's kind of fun how that just worked out, but it's true. Dark Veil doesn't care where you are. If you're the frontal target and your team gets hit for X amount or more damage, Dark Veil just sends you away. Sam was invisible, but he was in front. Bye, Sam. Kind of a fun little fact there. It's not something I remember all the time, but it's actually, it's a good point to it. Dark Veil is just that good. It really is. Oh, I got hit? Who hit me? That guy hit me. The M'Baku guy hit me back. That's fun. I don't care. I don't want 13 points. Let's skip that. 45's not bad. That's just Sam, Jugs, and Namor, though. Is there another fun one? Ooh, Nova. We could probably do something with this one. There's an enemy Nova on the team, and they're packing Atlantis. Do you know how to read that? See that over there? Atlantis, 250. Do you know what that means? That means the enemy is going to start with 6 green AP. That sucks. Why does that suck? Because Nova's green costs 6, and it puts her in the air for 3 turns, and that means she's going to hit your whole team for damage for 3 turns straight. Just a bunch of team damage, and there's nothing you can do because she's airborne. And since she's immune to stun, even Archangel can't bring her down. No one can bring her down out of the sky because she's immune to stun and she's airborne. Super annoying. So kill her before she does it, or remove their AP. You could do that too. Let's go with kill them first. Sam is doing nothing special. He's got the low level AI, which is common for a Sam. Juggernaut's got implanted bomb, which is common for a Juggernaut. As long as our supports fire off, we should be able to kill them all on 1 turn. Let's give it a shot. Which team are we using? We're gonna hit them with a big old Frankie. Okay, my Frankie Nova has Atlantis on rank 5, 6 free green AP to start the match. 80% chance, but you get the point. Riri is going to get the arc reactor, so 72% chance to start with 6 red. Riri's red says for 3, that's half of 6. You can do math. I believe in you. Can do, let's see, an overcharged blast deals damage into the enemy and doubles the number of tiles converted to overcharge points gained. That means 8 charge tiles get made, because usually it's 4, but you overcharge it, so now it's 8. Okay, so 8 charge tiles for 3 red AP. And we can cast that twice, because we'll have 6 red AP. That's a brilliant way to start the match. 16 charge tiles on the board. Now, Aunt May, you might be like, well, you put the arc reactor on Riri. What else are you going to do with Aunt May then? I'm going to make sure Frankie hits the skies. Now, common thing that happens, a common issue that happens at this point. I've seen this happen to a lot of people in PvP, and I just kind of shake my head because I've seen it on Reddit. We've seen it asked on Discord. I've seen it in Shield PvPs where you'll see an enemy Frankie and then somebody on there has the refreshment cart on. Don't do that to yourself. Refreshment cart makes you immune to stun and airborne. So now your Frankie can't get off the ground because you were worried about the enemy's stun. It's not worth it. You need Frankie to get up in the air. Don't put refreshment cart on this team at all. Scroll on over. Let's get Yarrow Root. It's another green AP thing. At rank 3, 80% chance to gain 6 AP. Of course, I have it at rank 5 for the highest amount, but your mileage may vary. Do what you can to get that on up. It's a really good guaranteed, nearly guaranteed green AP. Why do you need all that green AP, Pi? I don't. I need at least 6 to get in the air. And if one of these two doesn't fire off, the other one probably will. I'm hedging my bets. And let's just say for some reason the fight lasts more than a few turns. If Frankie comes back down and the fight's still going on, I got 6 more green. I can fly up in the sky again. So I don't need the boosts. That should be more than enough AP. Let's do it. Now, I'll be 100% honest and upfront here. The only reason I chose to use this team against that team is I know for a fact that enemy Frankie is going to help us beat them. Enemy Frankie makes, well, any Frankie makes like 5 free charge tiles to start the fight. It's no secret that we need charge tiles to make Frankie work. So that's just going to be more ammo for us. Let's go with red. Repulsor charge. Do the big one. The left, not the left one. We want the right one here. That one. Okay. Boop. And we're going to do it again. Boop. That's a lot. That's a lot of charge tiles out there. We just made 16 plus the 5 we made. That's 21 plus the 5 they made. That's 26. 26 charge tiles out there on the screen right now. Remember, we have our Aunt May buffing things. Frankie says, when Nova goes airborne, at the start of her turn and while airborne, she deals 2,501 damage to the enemy team for each charge tile on the board. Now, I do have her maxed because she is that good. She's worth chasing. She's worth getting. Do what you can to get her and chase her to max. It might seem like a lot of effort, but that damage is ridiculous, especially when paired with 3-star Aunt May ascended to the 4-star level. That's 7,500 damage, approximately, for each charge tile out there. Oh, to the team, by the way. Juggernaut can't do anything about that. Sam can't do anything about that. Frankie gets resistance for each charge tile out there, but that's not enough resistance to deal with that. That's a win. I saw the enemy team had a charge tile creator, and I saw that they didn't have anything to answer me on their supports, so I took the easy win. By the way, imagine that in PvE, which is what I do. Like, quite often. I'm not on stream, and I'm running the PvE grind. That's what I do. I Frankie the enemy teams, click, 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 over and over again. It's an easy grind, and it's definitely worth your Frankie leveling up. What else can we do? Let's look for another fight. Not you. We've seen you. See, we get a lot of chasms mixed with Sam and Jugs, or chasm mixed with M'Baku and Namor. All chasm means is that it's forcing you to put a refreshment card on. Don't run from chasm. Put on your refreshment card and do what you were going to do. At worst case, you put on chasm. No, you could put your own chasm on with a refreshment cart and use your Hawkeye with refreshment cart. I apologize. And Shang-Chi on the other slot. You can beat any team in the game with that. You don't even have to use Shang-Chi. You can be anyone who just likes matching purples. I feel sorry for this team just sitting here. We should do something to get past. This is okay. Fun fact, real quick. I don't fight people that are usually less than 25 points. I kind of want more points to make it worth my while, so I'm going to skip this one, despite it being retaliation. Ooh, this one's got a Moondragon on it. Moondragon won't get hit, much like Purple Man, unless they're the last person on the team. They deflect their hits to someone else on their team. So that's kind of a fun little trick there. They have an Omega Red, a Chasm. We should try this with a different build, shouldn't we? Let's do an anti-team damage build. Can we? Take a ride with me. We're going to do this one. This one I have to build from scratch, though. I don't have this in my save team folder at all. When I fight against a team damage set, I like to go for... Let's see. In the middle, I will put... I'm just going to scroll through manually. I know they're not too far down. Wanda. Stay with me. Over here on the left, I will put down... I don't think they're that far down. If I have to search for the color, I will. Okay, on the left, I'll put Electro. And on the right, I'll put Electra. Okay? Weird team, right? Yeah, this will work. This will work good. For Scarlet Witch, I'm going to throw on the refreshment cart. Why refreshment cart? You saw a chasm out there. That's all you need to know. I don't want to be hit that first turn for free. That's not how we play. The rest of these supports is really more about supplying us with the ammunition we need to get through this fight. Electro has this really fun yellow called Free of Charge, passively stating whenever an enemy power will deal damage to Electro's entire team, reduce that damage by, in this case, 7,600 damage. That's just at my level. Your mileage may vary. To a minimum of 1, generating 5 yellow AP. The reducing of damage is great. That's a beautiful thing. And that's what's going to keep our team alive for a lot of this. But that 5 yellow AP is almost more important. Because Electra has a yellow called Shadow Dance. That says for 6 yellow. So when you cast this, you convert 3 random basic yellow tiles into trap tiles. When Electra and her allies would take damage and there's a trap tile on the board, the damage is reduced by 50%, reduced by half. And a trap tile is destroyed, generating that AP, which is yellow by the way, and dealing some pretty decent damage. Yeah, almost 10k at where I'm at. So when one of these traps goes off and defends for me, I'm getting that 1 free yellow AP. I'm doing damage back to the enemy based on that. And it's probably team damage from what you saw with Omega Red, so I'm going to generate more yellow AP from Electro. And I'm going to have reduced damage incoming from that because of Electro. See where that's going? Not to mention Wanda. Wanda just already mitigates incoming power damage left and right, right? Mystical feedback? It's a pure passive. If one doesn't exist, create a 1-turn repeater. It deals a little bit of damage for each charge stored on it, then removes all charges. Yeah. When an ally takes damage, a charge is stored on the repeater. Allies take 40% less damage for each charge stored. So when the team gets hit, your middle guy takes the hit first, your left guy takes the hit second, and your right guy takes the hit third. Even though it's a team hit, it's still 3 hits. You get 3 charges on that repeater right off the rip so Omega Red hits you, and it's 1, 2, 3 charges. And Electro already reduced it by her amount. If you have those yellow traps out, Electra reduced it by her amounts, and this mystical feedback is reducing it. You see where we're going here? It's almost like they're feeding us yellow AP so the traps can do all the killing. Oh yeah, and we're gonna make sure to use her purple, welcome to my reality, to choose yellow. We want free yellow tiles to be created on the board every turn because that gives us more tiles to put the traps on. Anyways, I'm gonna go on Electro here and I'm gonna make sure we control the board. How is that? We're gonna put on this is a pretty important one in my opinion for villains to have. Mirror image. It used to not be this cool, but at one point in time they buffed it. It wasn't too long ago, but they buffed this support to say, when a friendly power is fired, there's a 100% chance to remove an enemy special tile. I don't even have this thing maxed. It's just, it's level 200. I have it at rank 4. But 100% chance to remove an enemy special tile whenever I fire a power. Do you know I'm going to fire a yellow power from Electra like every turn? Yeah, that's going to happen. Okay? That's super important. Let's put that on Electro because she's a villain. She could put that on. And then Electra, I want 6 yellow AP, please. Give me 6 yellow. You know who gives you 6 yellow? SPDR. SPDR at rank 3 gives you yellow AP to start to fight off, okay? If you have it at rank 5, maxed out, you have an 80% chance to gain 6 yellow AP to start. Throw that on there. And let's say you don't have it at rank 5. There's nothing saying you can't go in here and boost some red yellow. Give yourself the AP to get going. Okay, I got my free yellow AP incoming. I got my refreshment card to stop the incoming stun and to give me some tiles. Oh, not to mention the snacks. We don't talk about this one usually that often, but the refreshment card states if an ally casts a power, they create that free countdown tile in their strongest color, right? That countdown tile does little bits of healing for you, like up to I think 3 or 4%. Yeah, it's inconsequential, but it is little bits of healing. Every turn it counts down, your guys get a little bit of healing. Well, since I'm receiving this damage and mitigating it, the snacks actually keep you up. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, just watch it in action. All right, ready? I hope you're ready. Okay, Moondragon, I know you're not gonna do anything with this. We're gonna try to target Chasm and put him down first. It's probably not gonna work with him first, but we're gonna try. They really have Moondragon and Chasm here, so they can kind of stall as long as they can. And maybe it'll work. I'm not going to lie, it might work. But we're going to give them a run for their money. I'm not going to target Omega Red. You might think to yourself, Omega Red's the most dangerous one, but actually he's feeding us. His team damage hit every turn is feeding us our yellow AP, and hence the ammunition we need to defeat them. So let's start off with our Electro. Ooh, whoa. That was a match 5. You guys are just going to let me do this without making my match 5? Let's go. Now I feel better. Alright. Let's go with Shadow Dance. And I got rid of the Omega Red tile right there because of mirror image. Kind of ridiculous, but hey, it's a thing. I should cast it again. Because having more traps out is a good thing. There's a match 4 up there at the top. I'll probably take that just so they can't. Or, you know what? I'll take the crit. And I'll move this down. Boop. Their chasm's already taken like what, 30, 40,000 damage just because of all my traps. It's ridiculous. It's awesome. Love it. I don't have any more yellow to cast to make more of these, but don't worry, Omega Red's gonna feed us really soon here. I'm gonna make a red match. Let's put Electra in front. Free of charge kicked in there, saved me a lot of damage, and now I have the yellow. I'm gonna cast it, and we removed another special tile. By the way, those locks that keep getting created, you might wonder where those are coming from. It's this guy. He has a rank 5 totem dagger. I don't see it that often. It's kind of crazy to see it, actually. If there are less than 2 enemy locked tiles, lock a random enemy special tile. Supported character takes 2% reduced damage for each enemy locked tile. I don't see that as often, but it's kind of neat that they're using it. It's not going to save them. We're going to do what we can with it. Let's see if we can build up some more blue. Oh, my purple's ready. Purple on yellow. Make more yellows for us, please. And I want that blue. Give me that. I don't know if you're seeing this, but he's down to 42,000 health. And he has 3 abyss tiles out. He can come back to life from this, which will be annoying. But if he comes back to life once, his next time he has to come, he does it, he has to have like 5 abyss tiles on screen. It's not going to look good for him. Let's do this. This is a slower win victory, as you can tell so far, but it's something else you could do. This team right here is really good against team damage options. So let's just say maybe you don't have the faith in your Hawkeye or something like that. You could do something like this. I want... I want to get rid of those abyss tiles, but I'm not gonna, am I? He healed from matching his webs, but that's okay. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 abyss tiles out there. I don't think we'll stop that from happening. What I can do is I'll unlock my snack tile that's right there and get rid of one of the abyss tiles at least. Thank you for the free of charge. He's triggering a lot of my traps, but that's okay. He's getting a lot of abyss tiles out there. He's going to come back. It's annoying, but look, he's already at less than 10,000. He's not going to be able to do much else about it. I'm going to put out some traps. We're going to remove something, get more snacks out there. Do I take the free yellow? Yeah, I'm going to take... I'll take the yellow and green. We'll do it like... See, Electro's taken the most damage so far, so we'll make sure Electra's up front. There goes Chasm. Here comes Stare of the Void. I'm immune to stun. He would have stunned me, but, you know, thank you, Refreshment Cart. Okay, Chasm. You need 5 Abyss tiles on screen now. I hope you can handle that. You probably can't. Let's get rid of one of these Abyss tiles right here. And Ben Riley's about to go down. Let's go with that yellow. Oh, I think he might just make it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's gonna make it back because of that. That titanium martial arts gave him what he needed. That's funny. It's okay. Again, they're running out of options, and that's fine. What am I? I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got 9 out there, so I really can't stop any of that. So we'll run with Scarlet Witch. Hasn't taken a lot of damage. Let's do that. Let's have Wanda sit in front for a second here. You're gonna need 7 Abyss tiles now. Let's put Chasm up front again. He's going to pay for it. Ooh, we can stun him too. Make sure he goes down for good. There we go. Put more of these up. Put more of these up. And then what? Purple, maybe? Nah, we'll take the blue. He's almost done again, but this time he doesn't have much else he could do about it. So I don't have any traps out there. Let's just roll with... Do I get rid of the snack for this? I think I do. And he's dead. I don't think there's anything we could do to Moondragon on this, but we'll try. Let's see if we can get rid of her first. I don't know if it's possible. I think everything's going to go to Omega Red, but hey, there's nothing saying you can't try, right? First off, we'll use this Debilitating Hex to do a 4-turn countdown, targeting that enemy while it's on the board. Target powers are lower by 4 levels. The reason why I'm doing this is it lowers down the strength of the person we're targeting. Like, all their powers get drained down to like rank 1. It's horrible. So put it on Omega Red. He's going to keep doing team damage hits to me, but they're going to be even more pathetic. So it's going to be like any damage that gets through all my defenses is laughable at best. Probably all ones. Do another Shadow Dance. What do I have? 1, 2, 3 Shadow Dances out there. Let's do it again. And now that I have 6 Shadow Dance tiles out there, I'm actually going to boost them free of charge. That's an actual pretty strong strike tile. By itself, 1500 just for 5 yellow. It's not bad. It's not the best thing ever, but it's worth it. It's worth it because now those Shadow Dance traps are going to do more. Poor Omega Red. He's just taking all the hits. Am I sad for him? Not at all. Let's take more purple. Omega Red's dead. We just have to deal with Moondragon now. Now, when she's the last person remaining on her team, she does like a bunch of extra match damage and stuff, but I don't think I cared, did I? That was a slow win, but it works. I didn't need to rely on Hawkeye and Shang-Chi. Let's just say if I didn't have them ready for some reason. Maybe I'm out of health packs and I just wanted to do something different. There you go. That's an anti-team damage team. You could do Electro and Electra to solve a lot of problems. Wanda is just there as a good third to fill in, but you could use Electro and Electra on any PvP thing as a duo and the essential person in the middle. The essential person can be the guy that holds your refreshment cart while you use SPDR for yellow AP and Mirror's Image for special tile removal and, you know, have fun. It works. Oh yeah, and since it is anti-team damage, yes, it does work on 4-star jugs. It's just, they do so much extra damage that sometimes it's hard to keep up. So, you know, just warning. Alright, I missed something on the chat. What's up? Well, that thing isn't dumb. I'm not going to look at that. Thinking about working on Quake, get her to 5-star land. I'd support that, Mark. I want to see that. If you get a Quake to 5-star land, let us know. I would totally love to see it and throw us all the lines about it. I want to see all the stats. That'd be awesome. Brian! A different Brian. 2 Brians. We have a tale of 2 Brians in the YouTube chat. What's up? What's up, Brian number 2? Good to see you. You're only 11 points. We're not going to do that. If only we could find that one Galactus team again. If I see him, we're going for it. Nope. 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 And nope. Well, that's a shame. Leapfrog is annoying, isn't it? I wonder if we should just fight them and get rid of this team just for funsies. Is there a good fun team I have in my setup that I haven't explained yet? I mean, yes and no. I mean, you kind of understand how Hawkeye and Shang-Chi work. You understand how Frankie and Aunt May work. You understand how Iron Man and Sunspot work. You understand how Kingvale works now. Those are like the big answers I have to things. Should we run a multiple man team? You guys have seen me do this on the puzzle gauntlets. The puzzle gauntlets work just the same. If we're going to do it, let's do it on a team that matters. This guy's worth 75 points. Let's go. Yeah. It's a little dangerous because if we don't get if we don't win on turn 1, they're liable to just bust in multiple man's face with one match. Maybe I'll send them to 5-star one day. That's probably what I should do. But anyways, let's just move on. I'm not going to use this team built like this. I'm going to do it a slightly different way. We want someone who will play nice with them. I do like using... Oh, I wanted to type in the roster name and I couldn't type that in, so that didn't work. Let me put this out there real easily. Multiple man at 4-star level, his base level, isn't going to win fights by himself. He wins fights by playing dirty, getting a bunch of dupes out there, and winning through his own win mechanic. Kind of like Kang teams are usually all about putting people away. Multiple man wins through putting out 34 plus dupes and winning through cheese factors. That doesn't mean that you're going to win first turn if you don't put out enough dupes, though. If you don't put out enough dupes, the enemy's going to bust you in the mouth on the next turn, and you might not live long enough to see it happen. So you usually want to have some sort of defensive measures put in play, just in case you don't have the luck or you screw up somehow when putting out all your dupes. I like to throw in, let's see, Colossus. Nothing like match damage mitigation, right? And someone else to go with that. You could do something like Wanda for power damage mitigation. You could do... Oh, let's see. Honestly, those are two really good choices. You could just go with those and be happy with it, honestly. I might do Storm. I have my Storm my 2-star Storm and send it to 5-star level. So Colossus can't block power damage. But if they do enough power damage to my peeps, Storm's going to kick back with a mighty hit. You might ask, how much? Oh, you know, almost 8,000 if it's 20% of their health or more. But if everyone's below 50%, about 51k, you know, give or take. It's kind of ridiculous when you team it with Aunt May, by the way. Yes, it does work. Anyways, what up? I saw something. Dark! Oh, Dark, it's good to see you, my man. Thanks for joining in on the Twitch side. Good to see you. We're just going through PvP fights, man. Good to see you. I'm going to go with Colossus, and I think this will work this way. Yeah, let's do Colossus and Storm. That'll be fun. So for multiple man, if you remember from the Puzzle Gauntlet videos we've done, we'll run in Refreshment Cart. That'll give me a free black AP every time he casts an ability, and also an extra black tile out on the board. So keep that in mind. He's going to make me a free black tile and 1 black AP. Colossus, being who Colossus is with that yellow passive, 126% match damage increase, not to mention all the match damage mitigation. Yellow is going to be my strongest power, my strongest color on the board. Even though my Storm's sitting there with 1600 green, Colossus is going to be much stronger because of that passive kicking in. I'm going to put on him, and this only works on good guys, that Avengers Tower. Now, of course, I'm only doing this because rank 5 exists. I have a rank 5 version of it. Rank 5 states when a friendly power is fired, 60% chance to gain 2 AP in your strongest color. Yeah. Since multiple man fires powers for free, I might be getting 2 AP in your strongest color, which this case is yellow. So one free black AP from multiple man when he casts when he casts his ability, and Colossus can generate me yellow AP when multiple man casts his ability. And then Storm, what support should we put on you? Let me check the enemy again real quick. Who is this again? We're against these guys. Oh, Chasm's in there. So we have the refreshment card already. They got Fantasticar, which is annoying, and Krakoa. I I don't think we need to do much more against them. So let's just go to Storm and we'll put on something to give us more AP to start. Like, I don't know, Atlantis. Atlantis has 80% chance of 6 green AP at the start. We'll go with that. So now I can start with more green. I can generate black. I can generate yellow. I'm going to put on red, yellow boost. I'm going to put on blue, purple. I said red, yellow, blues. Blue, purple boosts. And green, black boosts. We want 2 of each. You could use an all AP if you want, but it's not necessary. Okay. The only way this doesn't work is if some of these supports don't do their job consistently. You know, if they miss 1 or 2, you know, if the percentages don't fall in our favor sometimes, it's okay. But if they miss like a lot, like if luck is not in your favor, it could get messy. Let's see how it works for us today. Dark says, nice, you got an Ascended Storm? How is she? Beautiful. God, when 2-star Storm is boosted, that thing looks like a beast. Like, I want to say it was like 110 to 120,000 damage when everyone's 50% or lower. Obviously teamed with 3 May. You're just begging for someone to punch you in the face so you can blast them into yesteryear. It's awesome. Okay. Let's go and start off. When you do this starting off, you want to start with the color that multiple man is going to create. In this case, go on his yellow and select black. You're going to get 1 free black AP every cast. Always choose black first. Okay, I just created 1 black AP and I created 2 more yellow. Now get rid of your yellow. You're going to create a lot of yellow, so get rid of it. I got another free black and 2 more yellow. Now get rid of the black. The black is consistent. You're going to go back and forth on this. Black, yellow. I'm just casting multiple man's colors over and over again. Black. Oh, I don't have any yellow. See, it didn't kick in this time. We didn't get that, was it 65% chance or whatever to create 2 free yellow? Didn't happen this time. Shucks. That's when we move on over to red. This is why we boosted all of our colors. Red. Oh, now I got enough black. I might as well do it on black again because we're creating free black tiles every time, right? So we always have an option for it. Didn't generate yellow again. Colossus ain't doing his job. See, that's the bad luck I'm talking about. Let's do yellow on blue. We have the black. Put it on. Still didn't generate the yellow. Ooh, not looking good. I don't like when it does it multiple times in a row like that. I know you're multiple man, but come on. Okay, on the green. There we go. I got the yellow generated, but I still have the black to spend. Always spend the black when you get to 2. Always. Ooh, I have a match 5 of black. We'll look at that in a minute if we have to. Keep those match 5s in mind. That's actually a chance to keep you going in case you run out of all AP. Yellow. Oh, I didn't know I had enough black already. Okay. And my black tiles ran out. Okay. How many dupes do we have? You can check your black ability. At the bottom it shows I have 33 dupes. I need 34 or more. So cast yellow on purple. Win. That's another way you can cheese the enemy. Now let's say you don't have all that. Let's say you don't have all those supports at those levels, right? You do need some supports to make that work. Let's say let's go to a team. I want to make sure this works. I want something to be like a better example. Ooh, skip you. I want better points. I don't know about that. That's not too bad. We could probably deal with this one. This is a common team too. Mighty Thor, Beta Ray Bill, and Polaris. Ooh, actually I could run a whole different example on this one. Let's save that for just a moment. I want to do a different example against them. Come on. No whammies, no whammies. Do I do Jugs? Or do I do M'Baku? Ooh. I don't want to go against Frankie on this one. Maybe we'll do this one then. Maybe we'll just do it on this one. Okay. What's up, Brian? I don't know multiple man can win that way. I never use it. I assume you didn't, but yeah. Yeah, multiple man wins with his, well, we're going to do it again, but a different way. Here. Just so I show you there's other ways to do it. Multiple man's black states, if 34 or more friendly dupes ever exist, multiple man's team wins the match. Dupes can only be matched away if part of a match 4 or higher. So even if you have a ton of dupes on the board, but not quite 34, and it's the enemy's turn, the enemy's going to have a limited amount of matches to make, because only match 4s or higher get rid of them. So you've kind of cluster F'd the board, so they have very little to do. They can't even make AP on a match unless it's a match 4 or higher. Well, if it's including a dupe, that is. So let's do this a different way. Let's go the classic. This is what we used to do before we had high supports. Before I had Avengers Tower at rank 5. Before I had, well, a lot of stuff. I would use this one. Agent Coulson, not rank 5. It doesn't have to be ascended to rank 5. I know Agent Coulson at ascended rank 5 is the bee's knees. I get it. Don't need it. Not for this one. Hawkeye, do need it. Hawkeye needs to have that purple as high as you can. Okay. Whenever a friendly countdown tile reaches 0, gain 3 blue and 2 red AP. At the start of the turn, fortify 3 friendly countdown tiles. That's cool, but we need that friendly countdown tile reaching 0 to gain 3 blue and 2 red. Okay? Stay with me. Agent Coulson says, I think is it super secret tech? Yeah, there it is. Whenever an ally activates a power, which multiple man is doing a lot of, right? Create one random 1-turn countdown tile that deals some damage. It doesn't matter. We're creating one random 1-turn countdown tile. That's the important part. I could bring it up, but it doesn't matter. It's just more damage, and we're not here for that point. Keep the refreshment card on multiple man. Just because anti-stun, free AP creation, it's a good thing, right? And it's very, very cheap, very easy. For the other two, throw on whatever you can, kitchen sink, best supports you can to create you free AP. Okay? So I'm gonna throw on, I don't know. I guess I'll throw on Atlantis, right? And I'll throw on SPDR. So I'm getting free. Hey Heather, how you doing, girl? So I got SPDR for free yellow. I have Atlantis for free green, and refreshment card's gonna give me free black every time he casts, right? Dark says, there have been times when none of my supports have fired. Same. If you take a loss, I'll take this moment just to pause on here. If you take a loss in PvP, please understand it's not the end of the world. Don't get discouraged. Don't get disheartened. Losses happen to everybody. Even the biggest, the best #1 players on the PvP brackets and leaderboards take losses. It happens. Supports sometimes don't fire. Sometimes the enemy, Mighty Thor and Shang-Chi, go off on a crazy combo and you can't stop it. Stuff happens. You can't help RNG. RNG is gonna RNG. You're gonna take losses, but you could just bounce right back. Or you could have your cat look at your hair for an obscenely amount of time. Hi, Heather. Let go. Oh, jeez. Yes, you can come back up if you want. Anyways. Yeah, losses happen. Don't let it affect your mood. You can do this. I think she put a hole in my shirt. Huh. Anyways. Boost your AP as we would. I want my 2 red yellow, my 2 blue purple, and my 2 green black. This is a different way of going about it, but it works. The only thing is you have to make sure you live a turn or two. That's the reason I wasn't going against Frankie. That's the reason I wasn't going against Ascended Jugs. I want to make sure you can live a turn or two. You might need to skip harder teams if you're using this build and you don't have the better supports to win on one turn, okay? But still, it works. Heather, get out of there. Come here. Okay, got a free match 5. Take it. Always take it. That's more AP. It's free. Take it, take it, take it. I want to start firing off, and I don't see any match 5, so let's go. As always, start with your black, because that's his best, and that refreshment card is going to make you more. I want to cast it on the yellow. It's a lot of yellow. Oh, free AP is free AP. Take it, right? I'm going to put it on the black again. Refreshment card is cheap and easy to do this with. It makes it so much easier. More yellow. More black. More red. Did you notice what that red one did this time? It covered up a charge tile. Ooh, Mighty Thor is not going to be happy with me. You can literally overwrite charge tiles with dupes. Yeah, Multiple Man don't care. He doesn't care what the tile is. He will overwrite it. He even overwrites your own friendly countdowns. He don't care. Dupes are more important than anything else in his life. And hey, it gets you closer to the win. Yellow on black. Yellow on green. That's a lot of free stuff right there. Yellow on black. Yellow on blue. Oh, free AP. Man, don't mind if I do. Yellow on black. Yellow on purple. Oh, we win and didn't even take 2 turns. That's because of refreshment card. Refreshment card gave me how many extra black dupes? In between every set of colors, I was casting black for 2 more, right? And the dupes didn't match themselves away when they connected because they only match away on a match 4 or higher. So the dupes stuck around. That refreshment card every 2 turns, that back and forth, that's a lot of extra dupes you're adding up here. Now you might be asking yourself, well, why did you use those 2 people? Why was it Agent Coulson and Hawkeye? Well, just in case. Just in case I didn't get enough AP to get all 34 in, right? What would happen is Colossus is going to mitigate some damage for me. Storm is going to do some payback if they hit me too hard. But I'll survive. And the next turn starts. All my 1-turn countdowns that Coulson had out there count down to 0. That's a bunch of free red AP and free red AP and free blue AP from Hawkeye. Okay? Not to mention 2 free random AP from Coulson, because he has a passive that says too, you get 2 free random AP for each countdown that goes away. What do you think Multiple Man's going to do with all that free AP you just gained? Win the game. If you said win the game, you're right. Okay. That's a fun little trick. Yeah, Brian 1414, I'll go with that for now. Yeah, Multiple Man is pretty darn good. You just have to abuse supports and don't be afraid to cast back and forth like that. It's not going to win you anything on defense. The defense, you're never going to see Multiple Man win a game on defense for you. He is going to win it on offense almost every time as long as you play it right. What was that, Mark? Your cat was showing that it's top tiers in PvP. You know, it's true. It did damage to me. Dark said, yeah, I haven't used this team in a while. Fun when it works, but too many meta teams either destroy the CDs or require a tank to soak all the damage incoming. You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong, but it's just you can win in 1 turn, as I've shown twice now with it. And as long as you're got some sort of setup so you could live 1 turn, like Colossus, like Wanda, like Electro, someone to mitigate incoming damage, you could probably outlast anything. The only thing that's a problem is if you're going against Jug Sam, I should say, or M'Baku Namor. In those cases, I highly suggest having your 1-turn wins ready. The ones that require Avengers Tower rank 5 or Element Guns rank 5 does the same thing. Well, similar thing, but you get the point. Or you could just cheese them with, you know, Hawkeye and Shang-Chi. Always works. Let's go hunting for a specific team, shall we? Nope. Nope. I'm looking for one specific team. Is this one of them I should do, though? Let's do this one to start. Let's say you're going to go against a Beta Ray Bill or a Rocket based team. Okay? This is Beta Ray Bill based team right here with Thor and Polaris. It's really about Beta Ray Bill starting the game with 4 protects or Rocket starting the game with 7 strikes. You could do one of two things. You could put Chasm on them and make it so they don't make those tiles to start and then just beat the crap out of them. Or you can use Gore and stop them from making all those tiles to start and then use that leverage against them. It's kind of fun to do. I'm going to do something I haven't done in a long time to teams like this. I like using Okoye because she has that black that states 2856 extra damage per team up AP you have. That's only for powers, but I mean Gore's countdowns or repeaters are powers. So put on Okoye. I'm going to take off Namor and let's put on Gore. Let's see, 4-star, what, yellow, purple, black. There he is. I haven't ascended him. He is how he is. Funny enough, I have the vintage shield on him, and it's only because I like him to start with more yellow AP. I'm going to keep it that way. Fantasticar is one of the 4 broken supports that isn't allowed in most PvPs. Shield Simulator is different. Shield Simulator allows everything. Everything goes in Shield Sim. So I'm going to keep Fantasticar on Okoye because Fantasticar states whenever you're here it is. For the first 4 turns, whenever the supported character makes a match, increase that match damage by 75%. Swap 2 pairs of random basic tiles and gain 1 team up AP. Yes, those random basic tiles can make another match. And if they make another match and it's, you know, that character's match, it's another random swap of tiles and another free team up AP. And we just talked about what team up AP does for Okoye, didn't we? So as long as she's your tank in this team and she's boosting that power of Gore's tiles, I like to throw Mephisto in for the other one. It's just fun. His Hellfire tiles are kind of similar in nature to the damage we're going to get from Gore's output, only they can happen randomly because Hellfire tiles can be matched randomly and just detonated early. Not to mention at the end of the turn he makes 2 more for free, which is 2 more free hits. I'm going to throw on 2 team up AP. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to keep the 2 yellow on as well because if I can get Okoye to fire off her yellow, that'd be great. I'm keeping this one, Omnipotent City, on Mephisto because you can put it on Gore as well, by the way. It works on either one of these 2. Let's see. Where is it at? There it is, the Synergy perk. Your first match of the battle grants you double AP. That's all I care about for this. The rest of it's fun. Don't get me wrong, it's fun stuff. But if you make a team up AP match for your first match, it goes from 3 team up to 6 team up AP. And that means Okoye is going to hit that much harder on all those things. Gore is going to get rid of all of the enemy protect tiles right off the rip with your own weapons. So they're making more than 3 tiles in one go. Gore gets rid of all of them right off the rip. And that way the enemy Polaris doesn't really have much to do. She's kind of purposeless for a while. The only thing we got to watch is make sure the enemy doesn't get 7 blue AP, because then Polaris is going to stun somebody and make like 8 strike tiles on the board, which will make everything go crazy. If Gore is still alive at that point, he'll get rid of it, but still. Okay, we're going to go for it. Mark, what's a good defensive team in your opinion? Ooh, thank you for saying it, Mark. We'll go into that next. Unless I find that one team I want to find. If I find it, I'm going against it. Now this is more of a traditional style fight. We're really just going to go ahead and match damage away. I know it's kind of shocking. We're not just using powers to kind of beat sense into our opponent, but let's go with against Polaris. And we'll do like we'll do like that. Okay, they made 2 more protect tiles, 2 more attack tiles, 2 more attack tiles. There you go. Gore got rid of some of them. And I think we're just going to hit Polaris with this. My Omnipotent City caused me to steal some of those tiles for ourselves. And we're just going to hit that team up AP. And Polaris is dead from the Hellfire matches. And Gore's tiles went off. Let's go with... I can throw out this red because I can right here. Why would you target your own strike tile? I don't care. I want those team ups to fall and me not to use my match. Bye, Beta Ray Bill. And Omnipotent City, rank 5 states that it makes charge tiles for the first power of each color you cost. And it does damage when doing so. So that's why you saw that damage hit as well. Is Omnipotent City was causing that extra hit of damage for the first cast of each color. And Okoye was powering it. So, yeah, that worked. But yeah, anytime you see Beta Ray Bill or Rocket, you can use Chasm to just immediately neuter a lot of their stuff from the start. Or Gore. I like Gore better for it because he removes them, gains some strength from it, and then if the enemy does it again later, because they can create more tiles later, Gore just gets rid of more of them. I like the ongoing effect that he brings. He's one of my I want to raise to ascended rank one day characters. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, Mark asked about a defensive team, and I think that's a good question. Let's go. I'm just going to go around here, see if there's someone I should throw that against. Probably someone annoying. I'm going to hit skip on the 24 pointer. That might work. Might go against this team. They have a Mighty Thor out there, and this is good. This will work for us. Okay. A really good defensive team you can use, and again, not golden oldie. Frankie Nova, as we lovingly call her, is a good one. And scroll your screen till you see the Hulk. Hulk over here can't die unless he's the last person on your team to die. He can't. He just comes back to life over and over again. Well, if Frankie is up in the air consistently and only needing 6 green to get back up in the air again every 3 turns, and Hulk keeps coming back to life and creating more green tiles on the board every time, odds are in your favor. I'm going to go over here and put on Atlantis back on her because I want to start with 6 green. Obviously, if you can't do that, I suppose you could put Atlantis and Yarrow Root together on people and make sure you have enough. Gore, we don't need your help right now. Let's go with... I'm just going to do the obvious thing here. So this is the 2 you need for your defense team. A lot of people lose to this, Mark. A lot of people do. It's not because they're incompetent or don't have the roster or anything. It's just hard to get the Hulk to stay down if Frankie's constantly in the air. You're fighting a losing battle. You need someone to bring Frankie down out of the sky, but no one can. There's not a single person in this game that can bring her down from an airborne status because she's immune to stun. It just is what it is. So it's super annoying. If she comes down and the enemy and your team doesn't have 6 green, that's the only chance they have to win against you. For funsies, I like to go ahead and put on... Oh, come on, give me my click. You might have already guessed it. There she is. Boop. 3-star May. She's tripling your damage output. I know she's not going to stay alive for long. Let's call it what it is. She's going to be a glass cannon for this. But that triple damage for my first Frankie Nova into the sky routine, triple damage for any one of those green door passives that Hulk does, how can you say no? Put down the enemy faster, okay? She will die. The enemy defense factor, they'll target her first, guaranteed. Get rid of her. But this is just a problem. It really is. Put on some more green boost just in case. If you have to, by the way, if you're doing PvP and it's like one of the ones where you have to pick somebody in the middle, and let's just say it's a villain in the middle, you could put on the Tinkerer. The Tinkerer gives you up to 6 black AP with an 80% chance. Frankie's black creates more charge tiles. It's a good thing, and Tinkerer is one of the only ones that does create black besides the Milano. I think the Milano creates black as well when you start, but that's a Guardians only thing. Okay? Anyways, neither here nor there. I missed something there. Brian says something. Can Archangel bring Nova down? No. The reason why Archangel cannot bring Nova down is because Archangel says it stuns them and brings them down. Because it can't stun her when she's airborne, it doesn't do a thing. I know, because I tried, and it leaves me angry to this day that it doesn't work. It's like Archangel's only cool thing is bringing someone out of the air. But nope, he can't stun her because she's immune to stun, hence he actually can't do anything to her. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Anyways, let's get into it. So I'm stunned, except for Frankie. Frankie can't be stunned. Notice how I didn't put refreshment card on? I don't care about Chasm in this. Frankie's going to be fine, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and just boop. Okay. And then now May might be dead here. Yep, they had a match 4. If they didn't have a match 4, she might have lived. Oh no, Hulk went down. Nope, he's back. No, he's down. Nope, he's back. Okay, so their Chasm's going to come back to life a couple of times. I don't care. We're gonna target the Polaris because she's going to be super annoying throughout all this. Let's go. We need green matches. Every time you get a chance for a green match, you take it. You need those green matches. I've got 1 green out of that, so I'm taking it. Oh no, Hulk's down again. No. And he's back. Oh, they made me a charge tile with their Omnipotent City. Thank you. I need those charge tiles. Oh, they took a green match, though. Boo. And... oh, look. They gave us a green. I'll take that green. There goes Polaris. Oh, Hulk's down again. Oh, they're back. I think I'm going to go to the skies again. How did I get all that green AP? Now imagine that drawn out over multitudes of Hulk deaths. Over and over and over and over. Ugh, it's so annoying. It's just... ugh. Yeah, most people just skip you. Most people will just be like, nope, I don't even want to fight you. The people that do try to fight you, they have a plan in their head probably, or they're ignorant to what you're doing. And you can win a lot of those. Just on defense, won't even be trying. I'm going to do it one other way. Let's go... Should I use this one? I feel like there's a better version. Let's do it on this one. This should work fine. Juggernaut and Sam are an annoying combo, especially mixed with Chasm. Super annoying, right? Let's keep Frankie there, and let's go with a different version of the same thing. It might even be more annoying. Let's go into 4-star realm. Let's go with, I think it's green, purple, black. Yep, there she is. Viper. Viper? Why Viper? That's so weird. Let's go with green, blue, black. Arnim Zola? What the heck is Pi on about? Why is he doing this? Well, Viper says. Is it under the black? Yeah, there it is. While Viper is down, she will be. At the start of her team's turn, I can talk. Gain 1 AP in each of her strongest colors. This passive is always unlocked. Her strongest colors. 1 AP in each of her strongest colors. When it says each of her strongest, that means her 3 colors. So like purple, black, and green, okay? Just so you understand and are aware. Now to be 100% fair, I have not run this team before. I only know of it because Reddit exists, and B, I can read. I've seen these abilities. I can play connect the dots. I understand how things work. I just haven't run it before because I haven't needed to. But I want to show you guys because it's food for you to run your shield simulators and get some wins out there. Arnim Zola. Same thing, right? While Arnim Zola is down at the start of his team's turn, gain 1 AP in each of his strongest colors. Passive is always unlocked. His strongest colors are blue, black, and green. So if she goes down, I'm getting purple, blue, and black. If he goes down, I'm getting blue, black, and green every turn. You see where this is going yet? Let's make sure we get the point across. I do want my Yarrow route, just in case, right? And what can we put over here? Let's do Tinkerer. Let's show that black AP off, right? Wherever you are. There you are. Should be fine, but I like my green and black boost. Because I can. Okay, you ready with this? What's up, Dark? Sorry about that. My only question is, can you target Purple Man with team damage, or is he immune to everything as long as he has a team member to hide behind? Because he would be an even better defense member than Chasm, who requires more and more Abyss tiles to come back. He will not take the damage, but he does reflect his damage onto his teammates. So if your whole team is taking 20,000 damage, then instead one person's taking 20 and the other one's taking 40,000 damage. So yes, Purple Man is a nuisance. He is arguably better in that for those regards. And plus he raises the cost of enemy abilities too. Purple Man is a big nuisance. I think before we used to use him, we did it on this channel a couple times. We used Purple Man, and I'm trying to remember his teammates, but we used a couple other people along with Purple Man to thwart Sam Jug teams, because we would just take control of like Juggernaut, of the enemy Juggernaut. We would do that stun thing that Purple Man does, and Sam would just beat up on Juggernaut the whole darn time. It's kind of ridiculous, but it works. You're not wrong. Purple Man's a really good defense character for that purpose, but people can get around him. All it takes one stun, and he's paperweight. You know, he's super thin. He's like Polaris. So if you stun him and you just beat the sense out of him, he's gone. I guess you could say the same thing for Chasm, but Chasm is a 5-star to start, not a 4-star. So Chasm getting stunned means you have to do more damage to him to take him down. So I guess if you ascend Purple Man, hey, you're on equal terms then. Go for it. Okay, my two Hydra people are stunned. That kind of sucks, right? It's okay. We'll make do with it. Let's see if I go with this black. Get more charge tiles out there. Oh, that's funny. See that? They got an enemy invisibility tile out there. It's okay. They'll probably match it away, and invisibility doesn't protect you from team damage. Oh, that's funny. She's still alive to talk about it? I better get my green AP before this all goes down, right? That'd be embarrassing. Let's go with... God, I want to get rid of that invisibility tile, but let's just take... Let's take that green. Okay. There goes Viper. And there goes Arnhem. Look, I had 5 green. Oh, nope, now I have 7 green. So I have 7 green right now. You're keeping that in mind, right? Nope, I have 8 green. Nope, I have 9 green. We seeing this? You watching the same screen I am? I'll give you a negative to this in just a moment. Oh no, Chasm's back. Look how much green and black I have, though. Oh, I got 9 green, 9 black. I think I'll just like do one of these. And then I'll do this. Yep. I have 3 green and 3 black right now. Oh, I took some of my charge tiles away. He's mean. I don't like that Juggernaut. He's a bad person. Look at a Thanos copter. That's what a Thanos copter does at Ring 5, by the way. If you were ever curious what a Thanos copter at Ring 5 looks like, you just watched it happen. If I wasn't in the air, that would have sucked. Okay, here's the negative thing about what happened here. Do I want to run this team again? I guess it would cost me 2 health packs, wouldn't it? I won the game, I won the fight, but at what cost? Spend 2 health packs. If you don't mind using health packs over and over again, go for it. But let's say there is an enemy that's super annoying and you're just like, I want that 75 points and that M'Baku and Namor are in my way and Chasm. Do you got a Frankie? Do you have 2 members of Hydra that have green powers like Viper and Arnim Zola? Throw them in. It's a free win. As long as you have the green to cast on turn 1, free win. But you just, every time you do it, you got to spend 2 health packs to bring them back. Okay, let's look around. Mark says, that's so disgusting. Golden Child gives the opposite team the backhand of justice. It's true. And what are they going to do? If they come back to hit you, they have to take out your Frankie first. On defense, they have to kill your Frankie on turn 1. Because you have enough green supports in there, right? As long as you have enough green supports, your team will start with 6 or more green AP. What's going to happen? Frankie's going to take the sky, and your Arnhem and your Viper are going to be downed, and then it's going to repeat. So on defense, you'll get the win. It's honestly quite sick. But, you don't have to do that. iHulk is just as much fun, but a little more random. Anyways. Let's move on. This is just another Hawkeye Shang-Chi team. I'm going to skip it. I don't see that often. There's Frankie, but okay, they're using charge tiles. Frankie making the charge tile go to the sky stuff, but they don't even have a green AP support thing going on. They're using Mighty Thor to create more charges to start, and Gambit to do... Oh, they're using Gambit to do a lot of their damage. They have a Power Stone maxed out on him. I'm not worried about that. I'm looking for a certain team. I'm hoping we find it. And I might just start skipping teams over and over again to see it. Yeah, let's just start skipping. I don't mind spending a little AP, a little bit of ISO here and there, but I mean 10 ISO is no big deal. Karnak Land. I love the name. Sorry, I'm going to shout that out. That was awesome. Karnak Land. Just a bunch of 1-star awesomeness here. Skip. I don't see that every day. Onslaught, Shang-Chi, and Chasm. That's just pure match damage fun over there. Huh. I'm looking for a certain team. Hopefully run across it. Don Diego, the 4th. No. Ooh, that's a fun team. This is a really annoying team to fight. Toad over there is... Did you know Toad is anti-Hawkeye? If you want to beat this team, don't bring your Hawkeye. Because Hawkeye's going to cast purple, right? Toad says, hey, thanks for doing that. I'm gonna hurt you now. So every time you cast Hawkeye's purple, Toad's going to smack you back pretty hard. Toad is anti-Hawkeye material. It's actually really neat for that. Looking for one certain team. If I don't see him, it's going to suck. I don't see it that often, though, to be quite honest. I've only seen it a couple times in my day. But it's up there. There's only like one player I know that has it, and I don't even remember the player's name, to be quite honest. Ooh, that's an annoying team. I mean, just Hulk just dies last. That's all that is, though. In the meantime, in the chat, if there's anyone you want to see me fight against or fight as, I'm happy to try. But depending on who it is you want me to fight as, it might be futile without certain, like, you know, pick 2 gimme characters that I have to throw in there. Before you even say it, Mark, if it's an animal character, it might require 2 powerful people to lift him up. I did have an idea for one animal type team, but man, it's totally stretching the realm of belief. Oh, look at that. Ascended Toad to 5-star. Do you see that? Ascended Toad? Do you know how hard that hits at 545? Don't cast a purple, blue, or black if you value your life. That hurts. That Hawkeye's going to cast a purple, and it's going to be triple damage from her. That Toad's passive is going to go off, triple damage from her. Ugh. That's a sick team. That's a you better beat it in one turn team. That's what that is. I'm sorry, what was that? Mark says, damn, stay out of my mind with the animal pick. No fair. Okay, skip. I'm looking for one certain thing. I wonder if this is one thing I don't know. I'll fully admit this. I don't know if it matters which one of the 5 nodes I'm clicking. I don't think it does, but oh, I should have fought that one. That would have shown the annoyance on the other side. Ah, man, whatever. I would have just one-turned it. Let's just get the spoiler out there. All right. I'm probably not going to run across it, am I? If I don't run across the team, I'm going to show you the team I used to beat it, though, and I'm going to explain the issue. Someone already asked in the chat about it before, and I want to make sure I clear the air about it. It's not easy. It's not pretty, but it works. Ascended Nightcrawler. Respect. Ascended Viper? Dang. Okay, if in case you didn't know, Viper has a green that does damage based on how much boost health you have, and you know, for your team and I think the enemy team too. And when put together with Ascended Aunt May, it's too much damage. It's a one-hit kill. It's pretty ridiculous. Anyways. Seeing a lot of different variances here, which is awesome. More than I expected to see. Oh, there wasn't it. I just passed by the I Hulk Frankie again, and I realized it at the last second. I'm busy looking for one thing, and I'm not seeing it, so I just skip by it. Shame. And I'm not going to find it, am I? Maybe they haven't used that team yet. It really depends on that enemy, that player using that team. Dang. Ooh, with 5-star Namor. That's interesting. Huh. Nope. Nope. Not seeing it. I might just have to go off and explain it. Giving it all the skips I can. 10 ISO at a time. I don't have any use for the ISO. I mean, you guys might, but the ISO 10 at a time is nothing. Let's just get that out of here. I want a certain team to show up. Like the 5-star Chavez using. Ooh, Agatha. Forgot about Agatha. 5-star Agatha is pretty fun to use with certain teams too. I like using Agatha with Toad, quite frankly. Okay. Darkseid, still trying to find teams to make use of drop bears in war. Good luck on that, man. Just the period right there at the end. You couldn't have a better punctuation for that. I don't know how to use drop bears in war for any real use. They don't hit enough. They don't have enough punch. They don't have enough effect, defense or offense, to seem to do much. Except for okay, I'll give War this. War's purple for 3 makes 10 traps. 5-star Elsa does damage based on friendly traps on the board. So you know there's that, but that's still just a single hitting target. That's like a lot of setup for a 1 hit. Feel me? Anyways. I tried Polaris and Medusa for War, but it's so slow. Medusa doesn't heal enough to keep War, who's taking everything else alive. Is your Medusa ascended? Because I could see that maybe doing it, but I mean, that's just me throwing that out there. My Medusa is not ascended. She's on her way to being there, but eh. Mark says, how about Cloak and Dagger with Domino? Don't know who the third would be. Well, you know what? We're not doing anything else. Let's do it. We'll do it right here. Why not? Cloak and Dagger with Domino. Well, that means a lot of black, potentially, right? And that means potential Cascade fun. Let's throw them over here to start. See what we can do with them. Yellow, purple, black. That is Cloak and Dagger. And then, I got a better Cloak and Dagger than that. Thank you. Not my farm one. And then over here, Domino, you said. So red, green, and black. There you are. Okay, so Cascade Fun ahead of us. They're only 4 stars. I don't have them ascended. So basically what we're relying on is the Cascades to pull us through. These characters aren't going to live past 1 to 2 hits on them. But we're in Shield Sim. We can use any supports we want. So maybe we should abuse that. Let's put someone in the middle first, though, before we get ahead of ourselves. Let's get off that, clear the filters. Someone in the middle that would abuse Cascades and black AP. I was just looking at this like, oh, that'd be fun. No, that's not what I'm not trying that. I'm not trying to use my 5-star version of 2-star Hawkeye or Bullseye. Sorry. Let's go. Who likes Cascades? I'm thinking Onslaught, honestly, and I don't know why, but it could be fun. I feel like you could do better than that, though. Silver Sable, not much to do in the world of Cascades. Ooh, Juggerduck. He doesn't do a lot of black damage, though, does he? Not a lot of black damage. Black doesn't do any damage. He doesn't have black. I'd have to do something to increase his black, so probably not, right? Probably not. What about Zemo? Zemo has a really good black. 7 black. You get a fortified turnout there. Reduce allies deal an additional 60% ability damage. I mean, my allies aren't really doing a ton of damage anyways. Teammates lower their ability cost by 3. That's kind of cool, especially for Domino. Domino does a lot of Cascade Fun, which, I mean, let's face it, Zemo's going to be the one doing all the damage. Hold up. I think I just thought of who I should use. It just came to me. Hold up. Move it up. Move, 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 move. Why wouldn't I use Colossus? Colossus has black in his color. He can actually cast black. He does extra match damage. That seems like a shoo-in, right? I feel like that's a gimme. It's either that or like Adam Warlock, because he uses black too. But I don't think he casts it. Let me see. No, it's just a passive. But still, if you have at least 4 black AP at the start, remove 1 friendly black, 15% of Adam's Warlock current health, deal 60% of that damage to the enemy team. Adam Warlock usually ends up hurting himself more than he's doing damage. Like, he gets to a point where it's too much. The yellow's good for healing him, but you just don't get enough out of it in the end, if that makes sense. Anyways, I think Colossus is the good way to go. Or I could go with my Ascended Black King. That might even be even better. I think Ascended Black King. Maybe we should show that off. Is it or Colossus? I think I'll go Black King because it's fun to do. I'm sorry, I missed a couple things in there. Dark said they're both Ascended, yeah. Still aren't doing enough, especially at STL 10 difficulty. You're right. Colossus, Moonstone, Namor. Moonstone could be a shoo-in because black to yellow conversion is very much real there. But obviously, if they're all 4 stars, it's going to be a slow fight. Depending on the Namor you're talking about, I assume 5-star because of the Cascades. Namor could be fun. He doesn't have any match damage mitigation, but he would build up stuff quite fast, I think. Maybe. I think I'd rather go with Black King or Colossus. Dark says, I hate Silver Sable. Reptile is no longer the most useless MPQ character in his tier. Really? Well, I'm just going to struggle to read that one there because Reptile is 4-star tier, Silver Sable's 5-star tier, but Silver Sable, it does suck. I do like that she makes free AP, but it just takes time to do, and it's not as quick as other options you have out there, so what's the point, right? Anyways, Warlock does too much damage to himself for him to be viable. Like, I just said that, right? He can't get yellow or purple fast enough to stay alive. See? We're on the same page. Me and Dark are right there together. I mean, you mentioned she's the most useless 5-star. Okay. Ooh, Silver Sable's the most useless? More useless than Wasp or Doc Ock? Heavy words. Gladiator Thor, can you do that? Yes, we could do Gladiator Thor, just not for this team, if you don't mind, Mr. Omega. Let's do it next match. Let's start this one off. Let's get this one rolling, and then I'll do a Gladiator Thor fight next. Let's get these supports rolling. I want some purple support to start. I would love... Oh, what are you going to bring to the table, Domino? Probably the Deadpool, right? Or Krakoa. Krakoa gives you free power matches for all the mutants on your team, and there's 2 mutants on the team. Of course, they hit 50% or less health, but it's very possible, very viable, right? I feel like Deadpool would be better, though, because Deadpool increases damage against the lowest hit point things, and I expect that'll happen soon. I don't know. I'm tempted to just do Krakoa because it's safer. Let's just do that. Plus, it's going to give me free green or black AP. I don't really care about the black AP. I'm hoping for the free green. And Black King, we know he's going to take the hits, right? He's going to be the one front and center, right? So let's make him use, since he's a villain, make him use the implanted bomb. I don't have it at rank 5 yet. I'm getting there. But wait, do I? No, I don't have it at 5. Why does it show it at 5 picture up there? You notice that? It shows it like a rank 5 photo right there. That's really weird. It's not rank 5. I have 4. See? Weird. Anyways, so you do extra damage by 40% for each turn in a row that they make a match or using a power, up to a max of 3 turns. He's gonna keep being in the front. Supporter character does, let's see, supporter character makes a match 4 or greater, they get a burst heal of 13% of their health. And of course he gets downed if he doesn't do anything for 3 turns. That would be instant death for this team. But I'm not scared. Let's get my free purple AP in there. Why do you want purple so bad, Pi? You'll see. Ready? Let's go. Dark said, Doc Ock at least a semi-useful black sun strike and green team damage heal. I mean, yeah. Wasp, yeah, I got nothing. See, now Wasp I would have made that argument with, because I think Wasp's blue stun is pretty good, because it's like a stun plus AP steal, if I remember correctly. It's pretty cheap, too. It's just, that's like the only thing she really got going. I guess her yellow can make teammates invisible, but it's expensive. Shouldn't be that expensive for a 5-star tier. Anyways, let's go. I have 8 purple, 2 black, 2 green, 2 blue, all this stuff, right? I like to start off my fights with a big hit. So I use his capital gains right away to drain up to 17 of your own personal AP. I'm going to make all my AP 0, basically, right? And then I get increased base match damage for each AP spent. 268 it says. So my AP is all zeros now, but there's my match damage. I'm looking at 5100 black, 3900 yellow, 4800 green, 4900 purple. Like, even his worst colors are awesome right now. And I'm just going to do like a match 4 right there. Bye, Aunt May. Oh, that web swing would have killed. It would have killed. But Black King says, no, I take 50% damage from everything. And he's storing everything. He just took a lot of damage, right? What's his damage like? Do you understand how Black King works? Maybe I should go over that. Look at that match damage. 12,000, 11,000, 12,000. That's per tile. Okay? Kinetic negotiation. Black King takes 50% less damage. Period. That doesn't matter if it's match or power damage. He only takes half damage from everything. Storing 20% of your reduced damage you took as increased base match damage. When he deals match damage, he reduces his stored energy by 50%. There's a reason I love using this guy. He's super fun. He just works. Now, if I wanted to cast his green right now, it just releases your stored up match damage as a big hit. Really good against people like 4-star jugs, you know, people that have big match damage resistance. They don't have that over here, but just in case they did, my current damage for this would be 67,000. That's pretty awesome. I'm not going to do that though. I'm just going to match damage my way up because it's fun. Let's go with like that. I know we said we were using Cloak and Dagger and Domino, but I feel like this has just become a Black King show. I could do this though. Let's do this. Destroy 9 random non-black basic tiles. Let's let the cascades fly. There we go. Cascades are a good thing. Honestly, even if your Black King is only 4-star level, Mark, and you're fighting in 4-star tiered fights, if you're fighting 4-star tiered fights, Black King isn't a bad idea for you. He's going to tank everything for you. Just keep him up front and make sure he's tanking everything. I'm going to do some more capital gains. My match damage is now back up. Where did my numbers go? There they are. 6,500 black and all the others too. Ridiculous. Let's go. That's 43,000 damage right there. That would have been a big hit. I don't really care about that Black Widow baton thing because I'm just going to do this. Let's do what? Should I do the purple? I think I should do the purple, because then I can cast the purple. Your last chance? Your last chance, Spidey. No, he didn't do it. Spider-Man did not save the day. Do my capital gains. Black match for the win. So yeah. Dark says, haven't used her in ages if I'm honest. Which, we're talking about Wasp. Didn't even remember her having a stun. I'm pretty sure it's a stun. Pretty darn sure. Don't make me look. If she's not essential, then I'm not using her. Fair. And even then, I'd used to use strong twosome like Shang Hawkeye instead. Double fair. Totally get that. Okay, there was a request to use Gladiator Thor. I'm going to run it, I promise. Let me show the one thing I was going to do too. Should I use that team? Yeah. Let's go against this one with it. This could be a loss, but we're going to go for it. It's got Enemy Chasm, and it's got Nova and Aunt May. They have 2 green AP generators. This could be ugly. I might try to troll them. See if we could... I don't know. It's either that... I'm trying to think of how we can get away with this. I got an idea. Let's give it a shot. Before I do that, I want to show you one save team I have because there was a fight we didn't get to do because I haven't seen it pop up. And I apologize to any of you who are looking forward to this. I wanted to find the fight. I didn't find it. We skipped a lot of teams. I saved a team for it though. This is my anti-Galactus and Eye-Hulk team. I should have put Purple Man in the title as well, but I couldn't fit it because there's a character restriction. You might ask yourself, how does it work? Well, the enemy team is a Galactus, and you might have seen him, that has like 9+ covers on him. Galactus can't be killed in basically less than 4 turns, give or take. But the point is that Galactus has a passive built in that says, hey, once I take X amount of damage, I can't take any more. It makes it usually take around 4 turns plus to kill him. Eye-Hulk says, I can't be I can't die unless I'm the last one to die. And Purple Man says, hey, if you hit me, I just redirect it to my friend. And I don't take damage. So, and plus Purple Man increased the cost of what you're casting. So he makes that harder. And Eye-Hulk is just doing his team damage thing every turn and getting angrier and angrier. And Galactus won't die for a while. It's a pretty rough match. This is how I beat him, was this team right here. You might say, well, that doesn't solve it all if Eye-Hulk is there at the same time as Purple Man. It's this guy. It's Chasm. Chasm was a big part of it. You need to stun that team. Okay? If they don't have a refreshment card on, and they didn't when I fought him, Chasm is going to stun the whole enemy team to start, except Galactus, right? Because Galactus wasn't stunned, I had to make sure I made my matches carefully. Colossus come in handy here because I'm going to do all the multiple man things I can, right? Dupe create, create dupes over and over again, right? And why does that stun necessary if I'm just going to win in 1 turn? Because of Purple Man. He makes everything cost 3 AP more. If everything costs 3 AP more, Multiple Man's free casts aren't free, are they? They cost 3 AP per cast. That's on top of the AP you're sacrificing. So you had to stun Purple Man to allow Multiple Man to cast for free to do the thing I've already showed you, which is the Avengers Tower and Multiple Man with refreshment card trick. With Purple Man being stunned, he can't increase your cost. He isn't a nuisance. Hulk is stunned. Galactus is just sitting there looking at you with drool coming from his mouth as you create enough dupes to win the game. That's how you beat him. That's it. I couldn't think of another way because, quite honestly, you need to stun Purple Man. You have to. But to stun him means you need to bring someone that's going to stay alive long enough to get that done and then kill the other 2? Yeah, it's quite a tall order. This was the best I came up with, and it works. This is the team. this is the instrument you use to put down Purple Man so it allows it to happen. If that person ends up putting a refreshment cart on their team will become even harder to deal with. But at that point, you need someone with a cheap stun, someone with maybe even a passive stun. I might suggest someone like if you have like a 4-star Gamora, something like that, because that's a pretty cheap stun and it stuns 2 people at a time. But still, it's expensive-ish. You could use 5-star Riri. Her green is only like 4, I want to say. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Where's her stun at? Red, blue, green. Doop. Yeah, 4 green. So, because of Purple Man, it would cost 7. So you could theoretically start with enough green AP to make sure that you stun them. You could like put like a Yarrow Root and Atlantis and maybe +2 green AP or plus all AP and still run Riri's green and stun the whole team for a turn. You could run that as well. Of course, that's just costly at that point. But if they have a refreshment card, they're just nullifying it. I don't know. I'm trying to think about it in my head. What do they do if he has refreshment card? You might have to defense up. You might have to Colossus and Wanda and Purple Man. You know what I'm saying? Something to defense up and eventually take down Galactus once his turns are up. Then work on stunning Purple Man somehow with your team that you've built up. That's a rough one. That's where 6-star fights are going to be really crazy once we see more of those. Once we see more players with 6 stars that are highly leveled in the roster, it's going to get rough. And then I'm going to have to rethink my entire strategies for those. Thankfully, there's only one player we know of out there that has that. And when I see it, I just check it for a refreshment cart. That's it. Okay, I said Gladiator Thor, so we're going to do it. Let's go for it. We know the enemy has a lot of green AP supports, right? So let me throw in another tool. We have red, green, purple. I have an Ascended Red Hulk. I like that Ascended Red Hulk. He's not my best or favorite tool in the box, but he's pretty fun. Red, yellow, and green. We want that Gladiator Thor, right? We promised it. Let's do it. Now, who would go together with these guys? We got to kill Aunt May and Chasm and Frankie, right? And Frankie's going to try to take to the sky. I'm sorry, what up? I missed something over there. To be honest, I didn't even know if I have Black King. If I do, I haven't been paying attention. I hope you do, Mark. He's pretty good. You have Black King, Mark. Just looked at your roster. Nice, guys. If I'm honest, anyone running these teams probably watches strategy videos and are shoring up their weaknesses as we speak. Someone is putting cart on Purple Man because of this stream. Go for it. Please do. Because the developers use that data. They do. The devs do it. They look at how many times we win with this character, how many times we use this support. How do you think they knew to nerf or bring Fantasticar, Thanos Copter, Eros Arrow, and Leapfrog and ban them from PvP fights? Data. It's not like they peruse Reddit and Discord that often, like, oh, everyone's talking about it, we better do something. It's data. They have the data on all this stuff. They see what wins the most. They see that Hawkeye is one of the biggest used characters out there. They have data. So if that becomes a problem, Purple Man with refreshment cart, if that becomes a problem, they'll eventually step up and do something. But until then, abuse it. Do what you can. Win with it. I have a Thor. If I can be really honest, Mr. Omega, what's that? Though it's one of my favorites. Basically, algorithms catching on to me and it's beating the crap out of me out of a regular. Oh man, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear it. Okay. Gladiator Thor, I think my favorite thing about him, and I think everyone's favorite thing about Gladiator Thor really is the cascade potential he can do. His Asgardian tactics is pretty weak by today's standards. 9 red gets you not even 14,000 damage. Now, granted, mine's only level 463, so your mileage may vary. Yellow is a yellow maker, a protect maker that can turn into a strike generator at 12. So expensive, but it is what it is. But it's that green. Gotta put that green up there. It's 12 to cast. It's only 14,000 damage to the enemy team. I mean, but it's the passive. If Thor is below 50% health, you destroy 5 basic red, green, or yellow tiles at the start of the turn. That's a cascade starter. That could be so much. It literally can do a lot. It's giving you 5 free AP for one, and it's also giving you extra match potential. Cascades can fall. I'm tempted to do something else with green. We have this Ascended Hulk over here. Why Ascended Hulk? I should probably point this out. Let's go with... Ooh, should I use Gamma Rays? I even think about Gamma Rays with him. Probably not. It makes him like do more cascade stuff when he makes green matches, but I don't know if I really want to do this. The whole reason I have him in here is for stuff like this. Black Widow batons, give me 6 free purple, right? Because if I have 7 purple, right off the bat, I can drain all enemy green AP. And I get 7 for it. Why is that important? Remember, the enemy has Atlantis and Yarrow on. They're going to start with up to 12 free green. I'm going to steal all of it. They're going to have 0. Frankie's not going to go in the sky. And that's the end of them. You know what? We know they're going to make charge tiles. I almost want to use Black King to abuse that, but we already used him. Let's try something else. Someone else that's charge tile fun. For John's purposes, I almost said Cosmo the dog. Because if the enemy matches a charge tile when Cosmo's out there, they actually nullify their own powers. Just so you know why. I don't think it's smart, but it's one of the things that came to my head. Storm. Like, we're talking 5-star Storm? Ooh, Worthy Cap? Yeah. If I get Worthy Cap up to 5-star, I would totally roll him more often. Which Storm are you talking about? Are you doing this one or like, you know? Oh, no, I could run Thor, but I feel like I'm just feeding their Frankie then. That's not smart. I kind of want a way to get more green and see if we can fire off his green, right? Drain all friendly green, deal 33,000 damage. That I don't even know if that's worth it. It's just the draining of their green, which is fun. Yeah. Let's see. Kind of just want to play with the charge tiles, don't we? OG 5-star Storm. Got it. So, her. That's fair. Because she can play with that stuff. She is making more black charge tiles for their Frankie to play with. I just got to be careful about that. But I could run this black. And it would max of 20,000 damage per enemy. The green is here is pretty nice. But I would probably use my Red Hulk's green. The yellow will really be helpful for that too, though. Choose a color tile, convert 5 team-ups into the basics of that color. Convert 3 basic tiles of that color into charge tiles and gain 2 AP in that color. I'd probably run this yellow on purple just to make Red Hulk ready to take away their green again. That might be the way to go. That's kind of fun. So the enemy was Frankie and May and who? Let me go back and look real quick. Frankie, May, and I forgot who it was. And Chasm. Of course, Chasm. So we got to put a refreshment card on somebody. Might as well be Storm then. Ooh, that's tempting. Hellfire Club. Whenever the enemy team makes a match of the color supported, characters less than 4 in, steal 1 AP in that color, deal 3. Dang, that's a lot of text. Let's repeat that slower. Rank 5. I don't use this that often, so I'm going to go through it with you. Whenever the enemy team makes a match in the color that the supported character's team has less than 4 AP in. So we have to have less than 4 AP in this color that the enemy team makes a match of. Got it. Steal 1 AP in that color. Deal 390% of the equipped character's match damage in that color. So we would... Oh, but it only happens 3 times in battle. If this happened more often, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it. Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe we'll do something different. Yeah, you know what? Wait, actually, let's throw that on her, because that'll be fun for anti-chasm, right? And then we'll go over here with Thor, and we'll throw on, maybe we'll be super annoying. We should be super annoying, shouldn't we? Let's show off the power of Leapfrog. Oh man, how annoying will this be? Would that be super annoying? I think that's super annoying. Dark says that's the only reason why I said worthy. He would nullify cascade damage since he's not tanking. Damages from them making charges and does a good damage stun for all the charge tiles on the board. That's not bad. It's not bad. Dark and Dark says also she doesn't use black, but 4-star Jubilee has a decent kit with charge tiles and doing more damage as the underdog. That is true. The underdog buff is pretty sweet with her. That is true. It's not a bad point. I feel like we've stalled long enough. We should just roll with this and be done with it, right? We should. The only thing that's going to suck is if this support doesn't fire. If Black Widow batons don't give us our 6 purple, we're pretty much dead in the water. Okay? Ready? Go. Oh, we're dead in the water, aren't we? Because Hulk is stunned. I didn't think ahead on that. I didn't think ahead on that. And that's where you get hit. You get got when you don't think ahead enough. There's my first loss of the night, probably. Oh, they didn't get their green AP? Hold up. Hold up, chat. Whoa, whoa. Look. There's Yarrow Root and Atlantis, and they both didn't work? Are you kidding me? We just got super lucky. Super duper lucky. Wow. I'll take that right now. I can't believe that happened. So we didn't pay attention and make sure Hulk could be immune to stun so he could take their green AP. They could have just walloped us, but their supports didn't fire. They didn't get the green AP that they should have had. And so here we are. I have enough purple AP to make Hulk do his thing, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm waiting for them to get the green AP to even make that worthwhile. I don't want them to have all that purple, but they have no purpose with it. I just don't want them to have the green, right? Right. So if I take that, they'll take the match 4, but I don't care. Leapfrog is making my people invisible, being annoying as Leapfrog is. Ooh, here we go. God of Thunder time. Nice. Let's get rid of Frankie next, right? What do I do? Do some black charge? Right? I think we take the black charge. Doop. Poor Gladiator Thor, he's going to take hits, isn't he? Oh, maybe not. Maybe we're okay. We might be okay. How many charges we got out there? One. Let's see. Want to count with me? 1, 2. Just 2 charges? It's not bad. Why am I counting? Because Frankie says... there it is. She deals 17% increased damage and takes 10% decreased damage for each charge tile on the board up to 5. So she's taking like 2 sets of 10% decreased damage. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this. Maybe not that one. We should wait till that gets charged up more, shouldn't we? What about his? 14,000 to the team. Okay, well, let's just do something already. I'm giving him a match 4. I shouldn't have, but it's okay. It's only blue. They don't use it. We have 17 green. They don't have any green. Guess I'll take this black. One last thing for them to use. Now they have no charges. This is actually working decently well. I could use this for no darn reason other than just to do it. Sure, why not? Give me that. Now their Frankie has no charge tiles to hide behind. Their own chasm is stealing their green AP away. So I could do this now if I wanted. Might as well hammer and anvil. Boom. Take it, right? We take those. Well, give me what, this? I have an invisible Red Hulk? This is ridiculous. I might as well just start laying into them, right? Give me some Asgardian tactics. Do I need that in purple? I mean, it's not a bad thing. I guess it would work, right? But it does make charge tiles, which makes Frankie harder to kill. I should probably wait till she's dead, and then I can do that, right? Right? Right. I feel like that's the way to go. Give me that. Although, I guess I could just do that and then fire her black. Yeah, sure, why not? Do it on purple. There we go. And then we'll do this. Alright. And then, yeah, we're done. We're done with that. Give me this. Three green to have still. We're still fine. We're still fine. Let me take this. I do like how you're gloating over the fact that the CPU didn't get their supports to fire. That is awesome, Dark. That is great. Storm's getting hurt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We should probably put an end to that somehow. Do a little bit of Asgardian. We have 20 purple. Watch this. We're going to do Siphon. Now we have 16. Should I do it again? Yeah, let's do it again. Siphon again. We have 23 now. You're dead. Okay, so now we just have Chasm to deal with. And I did that for probably for no reason. I shouldn't have done that. But it doesn't matter. This is pretty much in the bag. Poor Storm. She might be dead by the end of this, though. So you can see how the Cascades from God of Thunder are pretty freaking fun. They really are. They do a good job. Let's put out some Smoldering Fire just to get, I guess, defense up there, because Storm is just taking hits. Thor is not up front and center at all. He's not helping one bit. Thor, if you could be a help and, like, I don't know, like help Storm survive, that'd be cool. There we go. Now we got like one defensive tile out there. Alright. I just realized what time it is, guys. I don't think I've streamed this late in a long time. Oh, Storm's gone. Bye, Storm. Maybe I shouldn't have chose you, but it's okay. We probably got this in the bag. I probably should save this. That's 7 more. I need 18 to do the big hit. Do I just make the match 4 right now? Yes? I think I do. Because it's going to make some strike tiles for me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we can do this now. So now I can like hit this one, the Gamma Siphon. So now I have 19 green. I have enough to fire off this. It's 34k. Could fire off the red again. Oh, I can't fire off the red. I thought I had enough for it. Might as well fire the yellow then. And give me a purple match? Sure. Oh no, I'm not my invisibility tile. I guess my leapfrog is out of power. Kind of sucks. But Chasm doesn't have any powers to fire, so it's not like he's going to win it all. Done. So, at the end of the day, Mr. Omega, basically the only reason I would ever use Gladiator Thor is if I want to make use of his cascade firing. Once upon a time, he used to be kind of meta. People would play with him with Thanos and bring his health down purposely to below 50% in easy fights. And then you could start off fights with him doing cascades every turn, having reliable red, yellow, and green AP generation. And Okoye was his best friend because she used red and yellow left and right for good effect. So she would tank, he would generate AP. It was pretty good, but it wasn't one turn good, because that's what we do nowadays. It's pretty much 1 to 2 turn wins. Usually 1 turn. All right. Steve, thank you for joining on the YouTube side, but like you said, late to the party because, man, it's been a stream, like almost 3 hours now. I think my wife's going to kill me. I'm going to call it here. We went over all kinds of teams. I'm just going to go into and don't look at why. It's really just going for the save team point of it. We went over how to use dupes with multiple man 2 different ways, 2 different types of ways to win with them, not relying on the same supports or strategy, but they both worked. We even went over how to use multiple man with his friends, Chasm and Colossus, to beat Galactus, Purple Man, and I-Hulk all together. That was a verbal demonstration more than a visual, but I'm telling you, it works. We went over Iron Man, the kindergarten coloring version, with Sunspot and Aunt May, and how that decimates in 1 turn. We went over how Hawkeye and Shang-Chi, or any purple damager of your choice, can decimate opponents. Remember, refreshment card on Hawkeye, please. We went over how Frankie, Aunt May, and Riri can 1-turn most teams that are like less than 200,000 health each. Just with the right supports, fire off at 1 turn. King Vale can get rid of most problems with 3 team up AP, and no real supports needed or necessary. Just need 3 team up AP and smart matches. Other than that, everything else was just kind of fly by our pants. We went over like an Okoye and Gore against Rocket or Beta Ray Bill combo, how that worked out really well, and we used Elektra, Electro, and Wanda to fight an Omega Red team damage team. So you have plenty of options, but if I had anything that really needs to stick with you at the end of the day, remember the beginning of the video. We went over Hawkeye and Shang-Chi. Hawkeye is so key right now to ruining a lot of people's days. Oh yeah, and we also went over how Frankie and I-Hulk, or Frankie and Viper and Arnim Zola, can create an infinite you-win team that enemies hate to fight. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me, guys. Remember, please, like my daughter tells me to say, hit the like and subscribe if you want to see more Puzzle Quest stuff. It's always going to be here, and not to mention it's free to do. You can undo it later. Thank you very much. On the YouTube side, that means Steve, thanks for joining me even though late. Mr. Omega, thanks for the donation as well. You are an awesome person in general. Just remember that. You have my vote of confidence. You're amazing. Brian 1 and Brian 2 to make it short and sweet. And we have Doge. Thanks for joining me as always. Zinks and Carter for starting it off. Thanks. On the Twitch side, that's Dark and Mark and John. And geez, I missed somebody in there, didn't I? Scrolling through. Thank you very much for holding down the Twitch side of it as always. I'll catch you all later. Thanks again.